What up, everybody? Hopefully, everybody's having a great time today. We are, we're going to dive into a lot talking about how to create a budget using Google Sheets. But in the meantime, I want to go ahead on and play a couple intros, get you guys going, get you guys get settled. And I have to set up my Instagram live so we can go ahead on and make sure that these people are excited as well and start getting engaged. So just hold tight. I know it's my little short one, but either way, we're gonna get in this 2 minute one. So give me some time to get signed in and get the IG folks going. So let's go. What up, what up, what up, everybody? Hopefully, y'all are having a wonderful Thursday because tonight we are taking a deep dive into how to create a budget. Now, before we get into that, I have to say that we've been going through quite a bit so far this year. We had David Delisle come on the show to talk about his book, about, you know, called the Golden Quest. How could I forget? And actually helping kids to learn about their finances. And it's a great storybook, lots of fun pictures and everything like that. So if you haven't taken a chance, go ahead on and follow David at The Awesome Stuff. But also, I had the awesome opportunity to interview Bernadette Joy. So, in case you guys missed a lot of the stuff that was happening in this show, I really hope that you guys go ahead on and take a moment to go to About That Wallet podcast. And I'm actually going to share my screen here so that y'all can see this because obviously we got to share the screen to start talking about how we're going to do this drive thing because, got a lot going on. Going on in this place. Let me go ahead on and create the folder now. What am I going to call the folder? We're going to call this budget. Just call it budget folder. And then I'm going to create it. I know you can't see this right now, but I'm going to make sure we can add this on here. Let me present my screen. Share my screen. There we go. So we got the budget. I'm gonna hide my face. So inside here, we are going to create the Google Sheets. And what I'm gonna call us is let's see, Google. We're just gonna call this Budget 2024. Keep it nice and simple. Budget 2024. Boom. Hold up, you guys can't see that? You know what? I gotta share the tabs as I go along. We're gonna get there though. We're gonna get there. All right. So I shared that one. We got our budget, right? However, like I said, if you go to, let me share the screen, share this one instead. We're gonna talk about that wallet Apple podcast. So for those of you, I mean, I looked at my stats. Majority of you have Apple that y'all listen to the show. If you guys don't, take a moment and leave me inside the show notes. Where do you actually listen to the show? Because I'm curious. So, like, what type of platforms that are out there? I just want to make sure that I'm hitting them all, making sure that we good. What's going on? What's going on? People who are watching me live right now on IG. I'm not sure how clear it is, but it looks fuzzy as heck on my laptop. So for those of you who are watching me on IG, if you leave a note, I think I can see it in real time. It might be a delay. So I'm actually bouncing between the two tabs here. But if you look at on the podcast, I actually had Mawali Valdi who was talking about the investment. So make sure you take a look into this one. We had David Delau on last week Thursday, during the live show. And then also we had Bernadette Joy. I was trying to use this one to actually kick off because why women must gain let's put on here why women must gain financial independence. It is very important that we all take a listen to this one because she is talking about crushing your money goals. This episode is actually a year in the making. I actually met her at FinCon 2022, and she had provided so much information during those two sessions, and I actually met her in 2023 in person as well. I just want to thank you all for coming through. Thank you, Ruthie. I hear you out there. I'm not sure if you can hear my roadcaster, but we're gonna give you some air horns for the people who are listening on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? If you can hear those air horns, let me know. Put some air horns in the chat, in the IG chat, because I want to make sure y'all can hear me. But let's see. So we had an awesome opportunity to talk about that. And also we talked about healthy saving habits. The reason why I talked about this is the healthy saving habits live starting off the year was because Experian actually asked me to be part of a panel, and I'm part of their credit chat panel on X. So if you guys ever use Twitter or something like that, then you more than likely followed the show and saw that I was on that panel. And the reason why I like doing that panel is because they have great questions, the kind of more seasonal questions. And it's usually about 10 questions that you can actually be part of. So if you go to, what is it, just twitter.com, I think. I usually just sign up on Twitter. Okay. So let's see. Let me sign into my account. X that out. I'm actually signed to my X account right quick. I don't want to show y'all my username and stuff because, you don't need to see all that. And sign in. Oh my gosh, the two-factor authentication stuff. But however, while we going through this, make sure y'all take a moment. Oh man, and yes, I had to do a kickoff episode for 2024. And we talked about holiday budgeting. And the reason why I wanted to start off the year talking about holiday budgeting is so that we know what to look for when it comes to start planning out the year and start getting this money together. And that's the reason why I wanted to start off this month, try to end this month to go ahead on and start building that budget now. Okay. The reason why we want to build that budget now is to make sure that we have everything necessary in our power to make sure that we have a successful holiday. Some people just feel like, oh yeah, well, you know, I didn't have enough money to pay for my pay for the stuff that my kids wanted, or I didn't have enough money for the things that my my family wanted, and I just couldn't make it. So, this is all I could do. And I don't want that to happen this year. I want you to be successful. I want you to not be in debt, and I want you to be happy with the choices that you made and the boundaries that you were set. Okay. Oops, I forgot to stop sharing, so I'm forget that my screen one more time. This is it's live. I can't edit this out. So we in here, right? So let me share it. So this is my Twitter feed. As you see, some of the people I follow. Let's see. Home, got some notification messages. Wow. All right. So if we're here, and if you ever use Twitter on your phone or whatever, you can actually type in Experian. And the reason why I like Experian because they actually they are, one of the credit bureaus. And the cool thing about them is that they constantly are giving back to the people. And what they do is like hashtag credit chat. You know what? I don't need to go that far. Just go to media. And I also have my stuff show up to like edit out like crappy stuff. So I'm not on this one. I am on the next. Oh, there we go. I think I'm on this one. Nope. I'm on one of these. Just keep advertising the same people. Ah, there we go. See, look at me. So I was actually part of um the best habits to adopt in 2024. So these are the things that I'm actually being part of, trying to help out everybody here in the community to actually get better with their finances as we go forward. The reason, let me see. If you guys can, let me know if you guys can see my screen in Instagram. I'm trying this thing out where I can go live on IG. I'm not sure if how big of a delay it is, but we here, okay? We in here. I'm trying my best. So, gotta try new stuff. Can't be stagnant. Stick with the same old stuff that you used to seeing. We gotta try some new things. Try some new things. Sweet. Awesome. Thank you, Ruthie, for letting me know. Thank you, Temp's thoughts. Temp thoughts. If you can just put your name in there, I'm gonna try my best to remember names because I can't toggle too many windows because you only got one mouse. Only got one mouse. I can't like move around. But I want to make sure that we in here. So, granted, I might not be as active as I would like to be on these social platforms, but one of the things that I'm doing is making sure that I am out here uh, trying my best to spread the knowledge of wealth, of education, and actually making sure that you're focused on the habits that's necessary to take you to that next level. Okay. So, all right. And so, as we talked about, I'm getting all these tags. I don't know what's going on. All right. Oh, one of the cool things about doing everything that I've been doing, you've been wondering, like, well, why are you doing what you're doing, Anthony? And I will tell you that I'm doing all of this is because I want to make sure that you're successful, you know. But then you'd be like, well, why are we talking about budgeting? Well, budgeting is very important because it actually helps you determine on where you want to put your dollars. It helps you to understand what you like, that you can actually live a rich life. It also helps you to get good with money. And as you notice, I'm doing a lot of title dropping, but these are the things that will help you grow and do what you need to do. So, because of the work that I've been putting in and day out, I have to say that I'm actually proud to present that I am going to be speaking this year at Podcast Movement Evolutions. Now, if you guys are not familiar, Podcast Movement Evolutions, I know it's taking me I didn't realize it took me this long to talk. Uh, because I actually do enjoy this stuff. I actually do enjoy having these conversations. Now, the cool thing about what I'm doing right now, because we can test this all out, we budgeting is cool. It's going to take a while, but I want to make sure that you guys can hear me clearly. I want to make sure that you guys get to know what's happening with the show, where I'm going at with it, where I'm taking things to the next level. And I want to try as much as I can. I want to fail as often as I can. And as I am constantly trying different things, I just need your support and helping me out trying these things out. Like, if you want to comment, you want to make a phone call, you can actually call me right now to actually test out everything. My phone number here is 833-699-2558. If you want to go ahead on and give me a call, just to kind of say, like, how has this show has been helpful to you? And also, you can always say, like, what is on your mind financially? We can go ahead on and start talking about this right now, because that's one of the things that I love that I can do. And if there's anything that I can do to help, if it's something that you want me to send out more frequent emails, do you want me to send out, some more up to date information of what's happening? Let me know, because one of the things, I don't get too much feedback. I usually just get like, "Oh, hey, Anthony, you're doing a great job," but it's nice. So thank you so much, Ruthie. You say you'll pull up. Yes. So the event. Let me go ahead on and share the screen. Share this tab. Okay. Let me put this screen back up on the screen. So, when is the event? It's called Podcast Movement Evolutions. And this time I'm actually being recorded. So I'll be talking for like 30 minutes. Man, I am so not ready to talk for 30 minutes, but I talk for 30 minutes already on the podcast. But it's a difference between talking about it on the podcast versus talking to you all in person. And that's one of the things I have to get over with it. And in the coming month, I am going to try my best to get better as a speaker and make sure that we can make this happen. Let's see. Let's see if that. I don't think I can pin things. Yes, I can pin comment. Sweet. I just found out I can do all this stuff online. So, this is a cool feature that StreamYard just allowed. It said I can actually stream on Instagram and all the other platforms that I like at the same time. However, I can only do 3 platforms at a time, because it's about that wallet. You know what I'm saying? We ain't about like spending so much money. But this is what we're here to do. We're gonna learn some things. So here at Podcast Evolutions, we got our first caller. Let's see what we got.
Grasshopper, call for extension.
Hello, welcome to the About That Wallet show. Who am I having the pleasure to speak with?
Hello, everybody, and good morning.
Good
morning, everybody.
What's going on, Ruthie?
Nothing much. The girl with the truth, financial wellness coach, the #1 strategist for goal-driven planning. I had to test it out. I love the music, by the way. That is so fancy. I love it.
Oh, well, thank you. Well, thank you. It's all the background music. I have no play in this one. I just picked it.
Yes, it sounds like, how when you call in to the to pay your credit card bill or whatever.
Oh, you talking about
the
phone, the whole number. Well, when you called my number, yes, that is all preset. Yeah, I get to pick that music. I'm glad you like it.
Yeah, because it doesn't ring. It just plays the music. I'm like, oh, okay. Got a nice little jazz setting.
Mm-hmm.
I like.
Yeah. So thank you for being the first caller. So, if for those of the people who don't know who you are, if you can go down and introduce yourself for a little bit.
Oh, yes, absolutely. So once again, my name is Ruthie B. Truth. I am your financial wellness coach and your #1 strategist for goal-driven planning. And my mission in my business and in life is to have a positive financial impact on at least 800 dads and grads worldwide, but especially during the times where they're going through major life transitions, to keep their mental health and their finances in check.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. You're doing a lot of great work out in the space, especially for dads and grads, and for the people who are not familiar with the process of the importance of actually having a father in their life or a male role model that's actually providing, what it is, whether or not it's for a male or female, if you're binary, whatever, you have that male figure in your life to see, like, hey, this is the way men should be treated. And these are the things that men care about in the general sense. So it doesn't mean all of them are the same.
Yes, yes. And, although it's unpopular opinion in society where, dads are not really known for being the foundation, they are always expected to do so, and graduates as well, because, our families and societies, they want us to focus on being in the leadership position, which I believe all fathers are, and uncles, because, sometimes men don't necessarily have biological children, but they may have stepchildren, they may have nieces, nephews, little cousins. They are always looked upon as a leader. And so that's what I like to focus on. I have a Dads and Grads Academy coming up this spring. So I just updated my frequently asked questions page. So it's www.ruthiebtruth/Dads and Grads Academy. For anybody who wants in on it and wants to know more about, what exactly I do and how I can have a positive financial impact on them, any listeners or viewers right now that, they feel like they fit the category, fit the mold. I encourage them to go on the website. A shout out to you, and because, you kind of encouraged me to make sure I had a page like that, so that way people can really get a thorough understanding of what it is that I do and how I can benefit their life within as little as 2 months, really 2 weeks. But, I wanted to give a little more, dissect some vocabulary, when it comes to finances and when it comes to these everyday words that society just throws at dads and grads, thinking that they're automatically supposed to just understand what everything means. And that's so not the case, because, I specifically focused on the life transitions, right? So everybody knows, like, we just went through the holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, where we're all, checking in on the family. We're together with family. And there's always that question, when are you going to have a kid? Or what college are you, Phil's graduating high school, what college are you going to? Or this, that, whatever. When are you going to buy a car? When are you buying a house? Like, there's
So true.
so many questions. I get so frustrated because there's so much pressure and so much expectations that in some cases are very unrealistic, because they ask all these questions, but hold up, can we pump the brakes and figure out what are the steps? Like, you expect me to graduate high school or college or military or whatever, but what are the transitional steps that you expect, that I should expect to go through, that may not be as easy as you're making it seem to be, because you're just going straight from where I'm at to where you think I should be, and everything else in the middle kind of doesn't matter to the family and friends that ask these questions all the time and don't give more insight. Not all people, not all relatives, family, friends, but majority of them, they do not have the conversation about what to expect when you're going through these life transitions. And so that's where Ruthie D Truth comes in, because I'll break down the truth about every life transition you could possibly think of. I have the Dads and Grads podcast, And that is actually doing quite well because I have intentionally connected with certified mental health professionals
There you
as
go.
well as certified financial professionals. And so we are collaborating together. It's the pilot of professionals program that's kicking off February 8th. So if there are any mental health professionals or certified mental health professionals or certified financial professionals that are interested in joining in on this pilot of professionals program that I'm kicking off this coming February 8th, feel free to tap in with me. Visit my website, www.rootsofbtruth.com. Hit the contact me button. And let's get together because I have a goal. Rooties, hashtag Rooties Road to 800. So
Hey, there
by
we
December
go.
31st, I am on a mission to have a positive financial impact on at least 800 dads and grads worldwide. So it's going to be on Zoom. I will have in-person events throughout the year as well, but I want to make sure that this is a worldwide initiative that everybody can be a part of. So they don't have to feel like they're being left out, any dad or any grad. And so if you know them, no matter where they are in the world, as long as they have internet access, they are more than welcome to join the program. I have a wait list on my website now. And if you don't see the button for the wait list, they can just send me a quick email. And in the subject line, they could put dads and grads wait list. So,
Awesome.
yeah,
And
that's my deal. I don't want to,
oh no, you
talk
can
too
fine.
much on your
Yeah.
show.
We gotta get you in for a full interview. That's what needs to happen. Okay. So one of
Oh, man.
the we gotta put you out
Yes,
there.
go ahead.
Because one of the things that I do like about what you're talking about, and obviously this particular one is talking about how to make a budget on Google Sheets. And the reason why I wanted to bring that up is because I know you're talking about dads and grads and have all this uh, planning going on that a lot of people are not prepared for. Do you yourself have a budget?
Yeah. Yes. I'm so glad you asked that because I'm currently going through a life transition now.
Oh,
And interesting enough, I have to create a new set of budgets because my life has transitioned. So I don't think, again, I don't really know if it's a normal topic of conversation to talk about how to change a budget when your life is changing. And so, for those who don't know, I'm a mother of two. My children my son is 13, my daughter is 15. And so I have a sweet 16 coming up, but there was a budget for that, but then we're shifting it because now both of my children live with their father, because I'm testing out this dads and grads theory live. So
there we
for
go.
everybody who's seeing, everybody who's seeing the development, y'all are seeing it live and uncut. So because of that shift of me not being a full-time mom, a single mom, it's making me have to create what my budget looks like now for traveling to see my children and vice versa for them to travel out to see me or spend time with other family and wherever. And, now me staying in like a hotel or Airbnb when I am spending time with them. So my budgets are shifting because life is changing. They are growing older. I am growing older. Our values in life are changing as well. My daughter she's in driver's ed now. So I never had to worry about that when they were like 5, 6, 7, 10. But now that has become a thing. And, she's doing cosmetology. My son plays the piano. So there's lessons that are going to be involved. There's just a lot more shifting that is taking place. And so I'm actually teaching them how to list their expectations before they even create the spreadsheet. So I think it's almost like the to-do list of their life.
Oh, we
and
actually,
what is it that they...
That's what we're doing live
Yeah.
right now. I'm actually writing down all of the things for you.
Okay.
So right
All right,
now, what I
I
have
can
in
see.
here, you know what I'm saying? You know, I take good notes. I take copious notes.
You definitely
So what I have here is
good.
that I got on here your values. You didn't mention values, but you said values. You didn't say what kind of values. But I do have on here your travel. So traveling, you like to see the children and for them to see you. Then activities, you're looking
Yeah.
at driving, and then for one team, but the other one is like, well, what other activities like life? I guess you could say progression activities, and then you have the personal events, which is like piano, sports, and what have you. And now you're up to
Mhm.
expectations. So did I get that right?
Yeah, and so actually, I'm so glad you mentioned that because I have a Wheel of Life workbook that I go live every Wednesday night on Instagram, and I pretty much have the budget based on those 8 main categories of our lives, and so definitely that these are like the subcategories of those 8 major categories. So
Mm.
family, friends, health, personal growth, career, recreation or fun, education, and romance or like their love life. And so it's like there's so many levels to it. I mean, you might have to just make a couple of sheets,
You know, I might
one for
just have to
each.
send you a link just to come live with me because, like,
Oh,
like you know, just run through your
oh my
whole
God,
thing.
I'm crazy right now.
Oh, okay, no, no,
I'll
no,
get
no.
to it edited.
Gotta do a deep dive. All
I
right.
really have to put my picture.
No, you good, you good. But you know, so I'm gonna just say this for the people that are listening, is like, you know, your budget is actually catered to your needs. And the cool thing about it is that once you understand the basics of what's going on in your life, you can always shift it. So today and tonight, what I'm planning to do is just kind of set up a generic one to get people at least started thinking about their finances and start thinking about the events that's going on in their lives. But then they could
Mm-hmm.
take this as a template to start modeling, like moving things around that will fit their needs, because like you say, you're having life changes. Now you have to shift your budget around. Now what does that look like? From like, where did it start and then what it looks like? I don't want to get into that
Right.
because, like, you know what I'm saying, we gonna have a whole separate episode on budgeting because I like to geek out
Oh
about it.
yeah, I cannot wait to I love talking budgeting. Yes, especially for the like specifically for life transitions, and so like what those the different values are. It really is within each of those 8 categories. That's the focal point that I always use. So like for example, for health, when I'm going to look at my wheel of life, and I can tell you live and uncut. So I know with each subcategory, like each of the 8 categories in the Wheel of Life, you have to rate on a scale of 1 to 10 how you are feeling. And so based on how you're feeling, that's what I use to kind of help gauge of anyone's values, right? Because why that is the easiest way to pinpoint using numbers, right? If we're talking numbers for budgeting, why not talk about it for feelings? And how you're feeling will most of the time, if not all the time, it determines how you spend your money. Even if you have a budget, sometimes we go over. I've been very guilty of going over budget, right?
Haven't we
Or
all? Haven't
sometimes you can be under. Yeah, and sometimes we even go under budget
we?
depending on how we're feeling. Like sometimes you don't feel like going out, you stay home for a day, a week, or however long, and you don't spend money during that time because you're just kind of like down in the dumps. You're not feeling up to being social or what have you, or you just are saving up for the down payment of a house, and so you just tell everybody like, "Hey, listen, I can't do it," because I need to take some money from this budget bucket, and then put it into the house budget bucket, and then so. Like for example, health wise, I put on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm at a 9, right? I feel like 10. There's always room for improvement.
Would you
And
ever be a
so,
10 though? Would you ever be a 10?
when I after FinCon, I was at a 10. I was at a 10. I was past the 10 really.
Oh, you said before
FinCon,
FinCon? Oh.
so After.
Oh, after. Okay.
Yeah, after leaving FinCon, I was at like a 12 or 15.
Nice.
Especially with fun and with career and personal growth. Like that one event, like lifted my spirits in so many different categories because, it allowed me, it empowered me over that short time frame to connect with like-minded individuals that gave me the confidence that I needed to know that, I'm on the right page, because sometimes we are surrounded by people who don't respect our budget.
That's true.
And so you can make a budget, but if majority of the people around you and the people who are within your environment don't respect the budget or put pressure on you to blow your budget, then you know what I'm saying, you kind of you fall into a trap of always going over budget. But in FinCon, there is like no such thing. We will go and have ourselves the most amazing time ever. And I'm pretty sure majority of us do not break our budget because we are all on the same page, all in sync, and we all had the common goal of living our best life on a budget, balling on the budget.
Yo, have you noticed that even like closing out the checks, there was no like, oh, I don't have it, or you take this, right. And there was arguments. It was like, nah, cool, you can just cash at me, whatever. I'll take care of it. Or we was a fight because everybody wants them credit card points, to cash back.
Yes. I was trying to say, when you really know how to spend your money, you will literally fight for the bill, not about the bill. Like, oh my gosh. Because you already know you're going to get the rewards back. And so it's like, what? You want to go out to cook? Yes, let's go. Let's go get the beignets. Yep. All right, you got it this time. I'm getting next time. Like, it's just, you can't, it's a gift that keeps on giving when you do it the right way. And when you have people, like-minded individuals around you that know and understand the importance of spending strategically. So that way you can live your best life on a budget. Yeah. Absolutely. I was one of the people that was fighting for the bill. But, I let them have it.
Oh, man. You going this year, though, right?
Yeah, I already got my ticket. Yeah, I got it right after the main stage. I was not, there was a little discrepancy, I guess, with the processing. I guess everybody's trying to do it at the same time. Mm-hmm. So, I will be in the building.
Hey, let's go.
October 2024. And yes, and congratulations on the speaking.
Oh, thank you. For the
I didn't even know about it. Well, we have so much catching up to do. Yeah. So there's just so much going on, and I'm just so proud of you. If nobody's told you today, let me be the first to say I'm so proud of you. I'm proud of what you're doing, and you are definitely doing an amazing job. I admire your ability to, first of all, your technology abilities, because for those of you who know me, y'all know on my SWOT analysis, technology is like, I'm a technophobe. Like, it's at the top of the W for me. So every time I see somebody who does technology and like really crushes it, I'm like so inspired to not let technology get the best of me. And I'm like, oh, nah, I gotta stay connected with this person, because I'm building my tech team for 2024. Like we about to do a real big, because why not, right? Like,
I mean,
all we do is win.
Yeah, that's it. It's just a matter of time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, listen. So let me just tell y'all. Let me show you on a quick thing, real quick. So I have been trying to get my podcast episodes uploaded on Spotify, and otherwise I keep misplacing the files that I'm like downloading. I don't understand. I think I'm putting it in one place, and it is never where I think it's supposed to be. So that's been my tech issue of the week, is saving files in a unknown location.
Unknown location. We gotta fix that. Yeah, you're too funny.
I mean, it's there. It's like in the clouds. So I don't know. I don't know. I think I found one, but I just was like, you know what? 2023 was like the season of me doing everything over, like do over. Like
Mm-hmm.
you ever know? I don't know if you ever played Dutch, but like for those the girl, especially like the 80s babies, the women, the ladies, the girl. Well, guys was doing double dutch as well, but you do double dutch, you kind of you get in, you jump. Sometimes the rope just kind of drops because you step on it too soon, and then you be like, oh no, do over. Like that's been the story of my life since I started the podcast in May of last year. So
Yeah, that's one of the
but
things.
I'm getting through it.
Yeah, we gonna get you there. We're gonna get you there. That's one way or another. Yeah.
I cannot wait to get there. I'm like, are we there yet?
Hold up, but you only in season. How many episodes you got out there right now?
So I do 10 episodes per season.
Okay.
And so I think I'm at like season 3. So a lot of what I recorded at the end of last year, I'm editing. I've been editing it this month to put it out, but I'm realizing it's taking me more like 6 months to get the editing the way I like it, and then making sure all of the details are the way it's supposed to be. And then, my goal was to have everything on spot. My goal was to have it across all platforms by the 10th of January. That did not happen. Again, because for one, there's a lot of life transitions happening. I have family that is passing away left and right, and some terminally ill. I have 2 uncles that one, his health is rapidly declining, so it's just like the anxiety of waking up to a phone call, like that you already know to expect, and then planning for those arrangements when it's like it's a lot. It's a lot. The other uncle has a mild mental retardation, and so that has been a challenge because I don't know if anybody listening has had either children or the friends, family that have developmental delays and going through a terminal illness at the same time, like having to explain to them what chemotherapy is, what infusion is, like what a biopsy is it has been very challenging. And they both are in their 60s. So it's been a pretty rough patch that I've been dealing with since the new year rang in. Actually the holidays, really.
Gotcha. Yeah,
but they've been battling this for a while, but it's just when the holidays came around, you could see the visible difference of their energy not being where it used to be, and just having to go through that process of helping to support them when you can't. I don't really know all of what to do.
Yeah.
So I know some of what to do, but yeah, go ahead.
Like I was wondering, do you have like a support system?
You know what? I never thought about that because I'm trying to think like what would that be, like support system as far as
like somebody that you can either like almost like an unbiased support system where you can actually talk to them and be like, hey, I just need you to listen to me, or somebody who's been through that process, or someone that who has lost a loved one, or matter of fact, somebody that's going through dementia or having that type of I'm not sure. And the reason why I say support system, it doesn't have to be exact one-to-one ratio, but to the point where it's like they understand where you're trying to go and actually be that strength behind everything that you do. So yes, it's a lot that's going on, but it's that person you can talk their ear off and they don't mind it and they'd be okay to listen.
Yeah, well, technically yes. The family, we are being one another's support system because we kind of are going through it together.
Mhm.
I had a cousin that I just reached out to last night, and I didn't even know that she was going through some like similar experiences on the West Coast with my family that's out there, and it was just interesting because you really don't know what anybody is going through until you talk to them and you connect with them. So I feel like, yes, because we all as a family are going through it together with different relatives on the East Coast and the West Coast. But then I can't say no because with us being in it, it's kind of difficult to not have a bias because we're in it. You know what I'm saying? Like our relatives, like my grandmother, I'm trying to support her. She just lost her youngest brother to cancer, so she's going through that transition. Her brother was younger than her.
Mhm.
Her sons are younger than her. She's going to be 90 in August, so she has her brother in California that is going through the transitions and his wife. So, they want to come back to New York to, celebrate her 90th birthday, but yet they have, they're going through life transitions of aging, the aging process, and not just aging, but aging out from people. Like in their mind, I'm sure they have a plan to outlive the people that are passing away now, or like, what I'm saying, that are terminally ill and on their way out. So, it's given me a whole new perspective of what I do as a planner,
Mhm.
and basically to open up my mind to not only just planning for money and like for budgets, but also planning for end of life care, planning for everything else. Like, how does everything shift when that person's life is over? What happens to their belongings? What happens to their paperwork? What happens to all of their accounts? What do they have planned? Like I learned from losing my dad back in 2012 that those conversations, especially when it comes to fathers and their children, whether it's their daughters or sons, but I can only speak as a daughter, they don't have these conversations. It's like, it's almost as if they take on this mindset of, y'all would just figure it out when it happens.
Right.
Because it's like, I'm not going to be here to know the difference anyway, and I trust y'all.
Mm.
But, right, that's deep.
Yeah.
And it's like, is that the right way to handle these types of situations? Because we know it's going to happen.
Right.
Every day we get closer to, we all get one step closer to transitioning, the end of life, or the next round, whatever anybody believes happens when we take our last breath here on earth. And so we all know that this is the one thing that we all have in common, but also the one thing that nobody wants to talk about.
Yeah.
And
that's the episode that's coming out tomorrow. Next week, Tuesday, is talking about estate planning. And the guy actually had lost his mother, but he had a windfall to the point that it was supposed to split between him, his sister, and his brother. Now he doesn't even talk to his sister, and he had to actually fight the courts because even though the mother had a will, the children did not want to honor that will, and one of them did not. So they actually had to get a lawyer involved, and it took almost 7 years just to get that done, which means that they had to use most of the money that they got to actually pay the lawyers instead of just dealing with what the deceased person wanted. So, look out for those, because the person, and this is the reason why communication is important, because though that person might have a will, that person did not take the time out to actually talk to each person that's part of the will while they still alive. And that impacted a lot of people.
Exactly. Yeah, that part. And that's, honestly, that's another um, aspect I want to bring forth in the podcast, the Dads and Grads podcast. When I talk to when I have the segments for everyday dads and everyday grads, right? Because you need to, like, these conversations need to be had, and even if they feel like they're too uncomfortable, because I get it. Sometimes if I wasn't going through all of this, these very close losses, like, with losing my dad in my early 20s and then losing my brother just before the pandemic, I would not be I wouldn't feel comfortable having these conversations either. I get it, especially not because it's almost as if you're setting yourself up to die tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And instead of that perspective, and also it's like, oh, you're influencing the people that you're talking to try to kill you off because now they know you got $1 million worth of life insurance.
Life insurance.
And that they're the beneficiaries. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's what they be doing on TV.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. You see it on the ID channel all the time.
All the time.
Yes. Listen, so I get it. It's right. You're right. It is a thing. It's a thing. I get it. However, it still needs to be a conversation to be had. And even if it comes across through a podcast episode, hey, listen, I want to have a positive financial impact on the dads and grads, and let it be a podcast episode. Get it out, get it documented, timestamp, whatever. At least one, even if that's just the start of the conversation. Get it out, documented, and then at least the conversation is started.
Right.
It's not you looking in front of anybody's face and having to look at them like they're looking at you like they're about to kill you in 2 seconds. It's the conversation to say, hey, listen, I have a safe box. Or you could write a letter. You don't even have to really say anything. There's so many different ways to communicate these things. And if you have, even with that situation that you were referring to about, the mom passing and the relatives not honoring not honoring the wishes.
Yeah.
Right. There's a way to combat that strategically. Everybody gets a number and you play like the escape room game or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? There's a way to do it. Right? Like, you gotta be creative. This is what I like to show people, and this is how I like to empower the dads and grads. Like, I like to show them how to think outside the box and make it as fun and exciting to talk about have these very hard conversations as possible. Because it's hard to go through it, but once you find a way to spark the conversations effectively and in a fun and exciting manner, it makes it a lot less daunting of a task. And it's something you can create a routine. You could do this every birthday, or you know what I'm saying, every Christmas, or every you can plan strategically to do this on an ongoing basis. Make it a tradition, right? And
that'll be fun.
Then that way,
I said that would be fun.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, because when you think about it, I don't know if, how religious you are. I'm not as religious as I used to be. I'm more tapped into the spirituality. I still have a lot of religious standing because that's just how I was brought up. But, in the Bible, it talks about celebrating the transition. Like, death is not supposed to be sad. You're supposed to cry when a child enters the world and rejoice when anyone leaves the world, because it's resting in a peace and a new level of peace that is unlike anything that you could experience here on earth. And so if that is supposed to be the case and that's what it says biblically, now how do we find a way to make this a thing? How do we bring that to life
right while
while we're alive? And so, yeah, like I have all types of ideas. That's just the most popular one that I like to bring across people because it literally, you have to work together. And so it sets a tone of, and it sets a mindset of like, okay, if you want to get, whatever's going on with the will or whatever, like you have to go through the escape room. You have to show up.
Yeah.
You have to show up with me, for me, even though I'm not here anymore. And so you're still kind of controlling the situation. I mean, I'm not sure specifically what that situation was, but I could only imagine if that was a problem that I was going through, or like if that was a problem I was dealing with to help a client, like my solution would be before that happens to set up an escape room. And they have to show up, and then there are ramifications if you don't respect it. That would be put in the whip. Like, I mean, I'm not sure what the issue exactly was, but I'll definitely be tuned in next week to find out. And I would love to offer suggestions because I love talking about this. Like, my dad is not here. I can't talk to him anymore. That was my dad, and then the grad, which they are my wives, my dad and my grad brother. And my brother actually graduated with a master's in communications. So
that's awesome.
I'm like, but never talk. Yeah, but never talk to me. I'm like, I was so mad at him. I was mad at both of them because I'm like, listen, I keep it real. That's why they call me Ruth to be true. Because I'm gonna tell you the truth. Like, I don't go according to society. Even my good mornings, I was telling somebody, when I say good morning, there is deeper meaning to that good morning. It's not just what the sunlight, like, no. That is, if you think of morning, it's the light, the first light you see after being in complete darkness.
Yeah. Oh,
and
that's
so
what you
that's
provide?
what it. Yes. And that is exactly what it is symbolic of. Every time I say good morning to someone, it's because I want to be that light if they are going through a season of darkness, because I've been there myself and it's not fun. And I didn't have that. I didn't have anybody to be that. Like you said, like the support system. I really don't have that because I'm always the person that everybody comes to.
Gotcha.
So usually when you are the support system for everybody else, nobody really can show up for you like that. It's different. Like, that's just the unfortunate truth of the situation. But I got things like FinCon to go to, podcast movement that you have to speak at. So
you coming to podcast movement?
Hey, listen, I'm checking it out. I'm definitely we're gonna talk offline because if you speak it, I mean, I think it's very important to support it. Like, I really believe that. You support me behind the scenes with, finding some things out, a little bit of research here and there, and, just offering advice. And it's important to, show up for the people that show up for you. I'm as an avid believer of that, and a firm believer of that. And if I can, I will.
Man, I greatly appreciate you because I actually don't know anybody that's going to this thing. So I'm like, yo, anybody ever heard of this? Like, what's going on?
Yeah, we're gonna definitely chat offline because yeah. If I could figure out a way without breaking my budget,
yeah,
I'm in there. I'm in the building.
Sweet.
And I encourage anybody else that's watching or listening right now that, to show up, especially if you have ever shown up for them. Most definitely they should be showing up for you. Just because we all need a support system. No one is too high or too low. What about you? Can I just ask what you are doing? I see you doing colors. I like that green in the background, by the way.
Well, what I'm doing right now, for those of you who are listening, is I'm actually creating the budget and color coding it. So this is the summary side of the budget. And actually what I'm going to do is copy and paste the rest of the show. I mean, not the rest of the show, the rest of the extreme of this particular Excel sheet for the the different months. So what is happening here in this summary is that it's going to summarize everything that's happening in every single month, put this right here in the front. So you can actually get a snapshot view of what your life is happening right now throughout the rest of the year. So at the end of the year, it'll give you a total of how much money you actually made this year. We talking about net income. When you understand what the net means, like think about a fisherman when they throwing the net out into the ocean to grab some fish. The ocean is your gross income. Trust me, you can go as high as you want to, but what you grab back in, what you actually pull back up on that boat, that is your net income. Okay. If your net is not that big, hey, we got to help you get a bigger net. Okay. So this is what this show is to help you get there. So that's why I'm adding the colors, because a lot of people like the color coding when it comes to this stuff. So right now I'm using green. The darker green is for your income. The savings and emergency fund is the things that you need to. I highly suggest the fund, because there's things that are taken out, but it's like it's not gone. You know what I'm saying? That's why I put that as a lighter green. So I'm doing your core four things. So your mortgage, your water, your utilities, and transportation. That gets like an orange, because it's like it's one of those necessary evils that you need. And then food. Yeah, I guess I should put food in there too. I mean, yeah, because I need to put food as a one color. It's going to be the same thing. However, I'm going to put this a little lighter, because sometimes people be getting snacks. That's not really part of your food. Entertainment.
Hey, I feel attacked. I'm an avid snacker. I'm an avid snacker.
Yo, like, let me show you this. Like, I got a big old snack. I'm gonna show you. Like, look at this big thing from Costco, size protein snacks, just to kind of keep me going while I'm here on this podcast. Right.
That's when you're editing. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh Lord.
Oh yeah, you know them edits, because how long are your shows usually?
About 30 minutes.
30 minutes. Okay. Yeah, so you got 30 minutes in. I'm doing an hour and some change, and it takes me about 4 hours to edit in 1 hour in a 1 hour show, and like 2 hours to do a half hour show. So because obviously you got to listen to it once, chop it up, listen to it again. All right, what part I'm gonna use for the beginning part of the show, the intro, and then let it do its thing. So
and then I know for me, I take notes after the show.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, for show notes.
Well, not after. I'm sorry. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to get more comfortable with AI, but in the transitioning process, passing into AI, I do like to just, I like to take I'm old school. I like to write things down just because it helps it stick in my brain. And so I actually just dropped an episode about self-care. And when I recorded this episode right around Mother's Day of last year, and just now getting back around to posting it, because there's just so many other moving parts that I didn't realize was a thing in my whole, like, within the Jazz Grad Academy. And then, you got to do the calls, you got to do the follow-ups, you got to have the emails together, the booking, the website, like, so many moving parts. Actually, I would love to do a business budgeting spreadsheet. That would be amazing, because
I don't want to see mine.
I feel like that's
that would be all red. Mine would be all red. Like,
right. That's what I'm saying. Because I have not realized how much money goes more into business. And even with me writing my reality, going into too much, like not buying too much because I just want to save, and because I what I thought my budget was gonna be is definitely not that. I'm just learning how to invest in myself and really ask myself, okay, Is this going to give me a return on my investment within the next 30 days, right? Because that's when the billing cycle is
Right.
for your credit cards or whatever. And so if the answer is yes, which of course it takes work on my part to get to that, like I have to commit. When I'm saying yes, is really me committing to making sure that this investment gives me the return that I'm looking for. Now I have to make a list of my expectations for myself. Like, this is a whole process. Like, my budgeting goes beyond just the Excel. Like, the Excel is like the last step, because I really dig deep into, like, even for myself now. Why am I doing this? What is going to come from it? How am I going to get the return? Like, it's like I'm borrowing money from myself. Like, when you have a friend, a family member, you're like, yo, can I borrow $100? What do you need $100 for?
Right.
Oh, I need for gas. And yeah, you don't have to tell me how are you budgeting my money?
Right.
I'm going to need that back by the end of the week. And if you can't do that, then the answer is no. So I'm doing that to myself, that if I cannot make the money back within the next 30 days, then the answer is no. But I have to definitely, I was going to say it kind of went off.
I
have to definitely make sure that it's strict.
I got you.
Yeah, it looks good. I love it.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of one more thing I should add. So, I mean, I'm listening to you, but I just had to do all that fun stuff. Like you said, that borrowing against yourself is not cool. And that's what it feels like, though, all the time. It's like, I just got paid. Now I got to pay the beast, which is like, like how I'm streaming now. I got to pay this thing. I got to pay for the email domain. I got to pay for the domain. I got to pay for the AI tool that I use to get the show notes. I got to pay all this stuff. Hey, Deb, thanks for joining. So it's like so many things coming through. But yeah, so just want to make sure I got everything right. So
and it hits you before you even know.
Yeah. So I got everything here, I think. So I got mortgage, rent, water, utilities, transportation, food, entertainment. I guess I should break it down on what entertainment is. Oh, you know what? I forgot. Internet. To the left. Yeah, because you need the internet before you can do anything.
Right. I'm looking to see if I can find my spreadsheet that I have for the kids, where they break down like the comb that my daughter wants to buy for her cosmetology, like the combs, the gel, the hair grease, the what do you call it? Scrunchies, everything.
What should I call that,
though? Edge control.
Because you need to get household stuff.
I think we have it under self-care budget.
Yeah. All right, self-care.
Well, it can so some things, some expenses I've noticed they can fall under multiple categories. So technically, she would have 2 different budgets, and it would just be a part of, like, helping her set up a business. But so she would have one is a business budget, because if she's doing cosmetology as a career, then that's a part of the business expense. This is why I'm like, hey, I know for me, I need to figure out the business side, because I'm doing that for the children now before they turn 18, so that way they already have the blueprint, because I'm like, man, I wish my parents would have set me up at least with the spreadsheet. I could have filled it out myself.
Right.
But
oh my gosh.
But
Syria just came on from Facebook. Hey, what's going on, Syria? You said paper towels. Yes, paper towels. She just bust out.
Right. Bed sheets, pillowcases. Right. We can go in on it. I did that with my kids. Yes, go in. The sunglasses, the little everything. What? Costume jewelry. Everything.
So would that go into groceries? Oh, you know what? Groceries. Do I have groceries on here? No.
Well, what is that?
Food and groceries should be different. Well, you know what? Snacks. I'll take snacks and then I'll say groceries. How about that? Snacks will get red. groceries will be the. I know you feel attacked, but I got you.
I was about.
But
I was gonna say, what is it with you and the snackers, man? Like, what's going on?
you know, I'm a snack guy myself, but you know, I gotta get this a little. You know, you gotta feel a little hurtful. You know what I'm saying? So I might have to make this a little darker red. It's gotta go. It's
No,
gonna. It gotta go at
you
the
need
end
to
of that.
know. Listen, it's snacks are they keep you energized throughout the
He said.
day. Yellow,
Give it yellow. All
yeah,
right, I'll give
man.
it yellow. I'll give it
It's
yellow.
spark joy.
Yeah, it's that in between. It's that in
You
between.
know what? Right, and I was just about to say that,
Mm-hmm.
and it was perfect. Look at that.
Hey, what's going on, Rayma? Thanks for joining on IG. So, and Rayma actually just won a book. She won a free giveaway last live show. Yeah,
Really?
because I had David
Oh,
Delisle on. So she won the book. The book just arrived today. Hopefully, let me know that you got the book, Rayma, if you're still on here. I can't see, like, you know, like how if you're on your phone and you go on Instagram Live, you can actually see who's watching. On the computer, I don't
right.
have that option. So,
Oh, okay.
yeah. But
Oh,
it's
yeah.
cool though.
Yeah, it's a little different.
Yeah. So I'm finding out the limitations. So thank you for giving me a call because it seemed like Instagram cuts out after 1 hour of streaming if I do it this way when I'm doing my live
Oh,
shows. So that's how that works.
interesting.
All right. So we got household. Because I'm putting the insurances, I'm trying to keep the insurances in the back because, you know, obviously we got to pay them monthly or six
Pay them
months,
annually.
depending on what it is. Because I know cars, you can do annual. No, you can do 6 months for car insurance. Life insurance is annually. Um, home and renter insurance is annually, but that's usually covered by your mortgage sometimes.
Right. I was just about to say, life insurance can be monthly. It
Oh
all
yeah.
depends on your. That's what I'm saying. I usually, so my preference is to pay annually because, for one, it's only a one-time payment. It doesn't feel as painful looking at it every 6 months, you know, or potentially forgetting that whether or not you put it on auto pay. And like somebody like me who's going through life transitions, I've been closing out some old accounts, opening up new accounts to make sure that my old address is not tied into old money.
Oh yeah.
It's just a lot. It's a lot.
I'll tell you, man.
Yeah,
them
that
PO
is
boxes be hitting. So, right.
Oh gosh,
a
listen.
lot of joints. Like I don't know, but if
Yeah,
USPS, I pay my dues because you know them PO
yeah,
boxes are a lifesaver. Because like, say if you were to move or anything like that, you know what I'm saying, they in there. So
right,
yeah.
right. Well, I wasn't smart enough to set up a PO box before I sold my house, so
Oh, everything's still going
unfortunately,
there.
you know what? Huh?
Well, everything's still going there or something.
No, well, it goes to my business office because I have people that can actually sort the mail and they just take a picture, show me what it is, and if it looks important enough, then I'd be like, all right, open it up, send a picture. Like I can delegate that instead of sorting through the mail myself because I'm learning how to just be more comfortable with delegating tasks because the more you grow, the more you have to lean on other people.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, trying to ease into my, what do you call that? I heard they call it like the soft girl era where I don't know if it's exactly what my definition is, but, you know, just being okay with letting go of doing everything.
Gotcha.
Slowly but surely. Delegating one task at a time because I cannot do everything and I don't want my children to think that I can do everything because they're going to always want me to do everything and that's not going to happen.
Right.
And so
Thank you for keeping
come
me.
along. Good.
Yeah, because we got credit card. You know what? You're great. You're doing a
I
lot of
was
stuff
gonna
right now.
say, bro, the tab just the tab because you can literally do this so many different ways.
Right.
That's why I like to like stick with the value. I have not done the value system like on a spreadsheet officially, like how you doing it live, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna do one based on the wheel of life because at least it's
Yeah, that'll
like
be
the
perfect.
departments, almost like when you go into the grocery store or Target or whatever. They have departments, but then they have the shelves that have different areas. Like each aisle has a different thing. So
Right.
um, subcategories, I should say,
And the
or
thing about it,
subsections.
like with this, because I usually set up mine
Ooh.
completely different for my personal, mostly when it comes to managing credit cards, because my credit card tab be beast mode. That one, um, I have so many line items and everything like that, but this one is just a basic one. So
Mm-hmm.
because I need a whole nother show just to edit and show what the credit cards look like. Just the credit cards and personal loans. Like how I have that all mapped out because I'm looking at the um you're looking at the interest rate, you're looking at the minimum amount due, you're looking at the payoff date, you're looking at the total amount, you're looking at who owns the card, if it's a Visa, MasterCard, Discover card, like what do those look like? What are the last four are what is the due date? What is the statement date? What is the payoff date that you have? So all of
Mm-hmm.
that, I need to do a whole nother episode on how to actually create a budget just to pay off a credit card. So that one
Mm-hmm.
will be coming soon. I don't think it will be right to put it inside this one because yeah, I'm gonna delete that sheet. Um, so everybody that's watching this right now, I'll be putting up a link so you can actually get a copy of this particular spreadsheet. So don't worry if we just talking and this is pretty much like I actually like this style of interview because it's like giving people something to watch at the same time we actually having a full
Right.
interview. This is cool.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, this is awesome. Mom, you're most welcome. You can actually have a copy once we're done with all of this. I'll make sure, and I'm gonna put this at the inside the show notes. But because you guys are live here right now, because it's actually automatically saved, you can actually watch me do this. Let me see if I can go back, share this tab instead. So the budget side, I'm gonna just create this as a copy link, manage access. And so what I can do is restrict people with access can open the link. So it's restricted. Okay. So everybody can see it. However, I need to figure out editors can have permissions to share. I'm the only person with the editor. Cool. All right. You know, I actually want to just send it off to one person so I don't to do a test run. But you know what? Hey, how about I do this? I'm gonna
And look,
say,
you can throw my
hmm?
Ruthie D Truth at Gmail. There you go.
I'll just send it to you. Hello, you on your computer right now, so I can send it to you.
I actually do have. Yeah, I have it open.
All right,
Just downloading the episode.
all right,
So
cool. I'll see. We both knocking this out. All right, we're gonna send you as a test run. All right. Subject. You said Ruthie. Oh, I got you. All right.
oh, you know what?
Huh?
Let me give you the other one that I have here. So I have busy dad tips at Gmail.
Oh my.
That one I actually have like.
That you in right now, so you can test it out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right. Busy. BUSY. Dads. DADS.
No S.
Okay. Busy dad.
DAD tips with an S.
Tips at Gmail.
Mm-hmm.
Got you. Okay. Testing out link.
Okay, sure.
All right. Cool. Yeah. Send anyway. Send as a viewer. Share anyway. Okay. Let me know when you get it. And then, because if this works, then I just send it out to everybody else, you guys. So I just want to make sure that y'all can see this and get this information, because I don't want to put all this work into it and then you not getting advantage of it. So,
Mhm.
so you guys can see it. Share this tab instead. All right. So as some of you are watching, so I got the credit cards, the car loans, student loans. All right. Now, this can get really funky. Okay. I've done this before and I've done this in different ways. Now, though I have credit card here as one thing. All right. So I do see that you can see it. Now, you can't edit anything, right? You can just see it.
Uh, yeah. Let me see.
So you can't type
No, I
anything.
can just view only. It says view only.
Sweet. All right. So everybody that's watching on YouTube, matter of fact, I'm gonna put it in all the places, all
Oh, it says
destinations.
request edit.
You can request it. I ain't gonna give it to you, but
Anyway, let's see what happens.
access to the to the budget spreadsheet. I'm gonna just see how many people actually is gonna actually click on the link. It'll be funny to see all the different things up here. Hold up, I can actually open up a chat. Let me see. Sweet. So
Oh,
see if you can type back.
yeah.
If you can type back, I'm thinking I might be taking my life to a new level. What? This is awesome. This is awesome. This is amazing. Okay. This is amazing. I'm gonna be doing this more often because it's like, we could have this whole live interactive this whole time. Oh, you know what? I might actually start doing live budgets and be like, hey, all right, cool, what y'all want in this budget? Like, just start hammering it out. This is so cool.
It's all about taking action.
This
You
is so
know,
cool. Man.
that's the first key in truth. Well, at least I'm able to be true. You know, take immediate action.
Right. Yo, I love this. Okay. All right. So now that y'all see that I got this, so what I'm gonna do, because this is a simple one that y'all see here. All right. Now that we have that, now I need to make out the days of the for each month. So now we got the totals, we got January, we got this. It's a lot up front. But once we get this, you guys will be able to actually make a copy of this particular spreadsheet into your own like folder if you want to. So if Ruthie, if you go back to your go out the budget and just go inside the folder, I'm not sure if you can see just the folder, but what you can do is make a copy, and I believe they allow you to make a copy. Copy link, move star.
Yeah, read that.
You can make a copy.
Oh wait, hold on.
All right.
I think you have to go in.
Oh, you have to go inside of it and then make a copy of it.
And file.
Okay. Perfect. Well, then at least that's doable. So what we can do here, you guys, is
go to file, and we have to make a copy that way it could see.
Okay, perfect. And then you can make your edits and all that fun stuff, right?
Yep.
Sweet. Man, this is amazing. All right. So as you guys see right now, I'm actually just making a copy. I'm just copying everything here. Right click, copy, go to this one and paste. Boom. So now I can do right here and just call this days January. And then I'll put on here, spell it out fully out, January. So you know what it is. You know what it is. And then we call this 2024. Yeah. All right. So how many days are in this month? Oh, you know what? I need to delete this row.
31.
Yeah. Oh, for those of you who like little fun things, like if you guys have kids, um, and ever want to know like how to teach them what the months look like. So if you have your knuckles, Ruthie, you can do this. Um, I'm gonna try to let's see if I can change the way I look on this thing. Okay, there we go. So on your knuckles, if you start, your knuckles are the 31st. So January, February, because each divot is not a 31st month. So January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, which they both have 31st. August, September,
Oh, wow.
October, November, December. And that's how you know you can do all of your months.
Where'd you learn that at? That
I,
is cool.
well, I told you I was a teacher. So, I used to do that. I was teaching math class. Yeah.
Yeah, well, my math teacher never taught me about no knuckles.
Well, I was teaching third grade, so you gotta have all the fun stuff. Everything is cool in third grade. Do you know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, okay. I guess I just wasn't in the school of cool teachers.
right.
They had me in the hood adjacent classrooms, I guess.
Hood adjacent.
Yeah, what do you call that? The integrated classrooms where.
So what I'm gonna do here, so y'all have it, is that I'm gonna freeze these cells, and you can actually do this on Excel as well. But this one it's a little. I'm not too much of a fan of it, but it gets the job done. So you go to view, freeze, and rows. I usually do the top row. The reason why I do that is so when you scroll, you can still see what your totals are and keep everything going. So we go here. I'm teaching you a lot of little Excel stuff. If this was truly Excel, I could teach you like pivot tables and all that stuff like that, but it's not that kind of It's not that kind of show. You know what I'm saying, Ruthie? We get in here. I get too nerdy.
So, yeah. Right. Yeah, you know what? Hey, listen. It's you documenting the process, which is the most important part. So go all in. I mean,
And the funny thing is, I guess I could chop this up and actually make this modules. So
yes, yeah. Absolutely.
All right, so we got.
Come on, we can set up a lot of.
Go ahead.
I said I can help you. Go through all of this material. I'll be your student. We gotta. Well, yeah. Is that why you trying to put me in the classroom?
I practically did, didn't I? Like, yeah, hey, come on in this classroom right quick. That's what we teaching. Come on, machine. All right, 2. All right, and then this one, because we know February. Oh, it's actually a leap year this year, so we got to delete these 2 columns, these 2 rows. All right, and so pretty much for those of you who are following, I'm gonna just all of these things here is that just making life easy. No need to make it hard. And this is what we're gonna do. So my job here is to make it life easy and to help you learn and be better with your finances. And Ruthie, who is on the phone, is here to help you fully understand the numbers behind the numbers, or the reason behind the numbers. Does that make sense? Did I get that right?
Yeah, all of the above. Yep.
That he was like, it's too funny.
Yeah. Help them keep it. You got because there's one thing to creators see now. There's no excuses. That's what I love about what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
You are taking out every possible excuse that any person has as to why they should not have or won't have a budget by the end of this month. Like this right here, they can't. Especially if they go on my website, especially dads and grads, they bring this sheet and you'll be able to see it, right? Like you get to see anybody who requests to act. Yeah, see, so you'll be able to see like, all right, who's taking action or who just, who's just watching on the sidelines.
See, I didn't set it up. I didn't set it up that way. Where it's like it's an editable type deal where everybody can edit and over top of each other. Because I want this.
Well, if you just make a copy that gives them access, then they can see everything. But I know you want to keep access for you, so I get it. I get it. Exactly. Intellectual property. I get it.
Well, I'm just saying, I put in a lot of work while we were having this conversation, and I don't want to lose that.
Yeah, well, you know what? Look, if you made a link that you can give them the access for free, if they just sign up for a newsletter or whatever else you have, I could put that link on my page or my resource page because we having this and we can either actually once you post this, I can embed the video, how-to video right onto my resource page, and then you go. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, you know what? This thing got pivot tables.
Oh wow!
So yeah, this is going to be ever evolving. What's the pivot table?
Well, I never actually used it. So.
Oh, I love these things. So I love pivot tables. The main reason why I love pivot tables is because a pivot table will allow you to pretty much analyze the data in different views. So say if we're looking at March, right? And you want to do a pivot table, pretty much you want to figure out what days do you spend the most money. Now, looking at this whole spreadsheet across all these numbers and everything like that, it's a lot to figure out which day that you actually spend the most. So that's the reason why I have the totals. Oh, you know what? I gotta go back and do the formula piece. Okay. This is going to be fun. All right. So what the pivot table will allow you to do is pretty much take all of this raw information and you can actually manipulate the data to show you exactly what you need to see. So say if you want to look at how much money you spend, all right, then you can look at what day do you actually spend the most money on, what activities, which columns that you actually spend the most money. Like this will actually give you, it pretty much helps you do a report pretty much across the spectrum. So like, when you go to your own bank account, like your credit card statements, they'll say, oh, well, you spent a lot on groceries or you spent a lot in this area. That's pretty much a pivot table.
Okay.
Yeah. In short, I mean, I'm sure there's a better explanation, but yeah, here we are.
Well, you gotta keep it simple sometimes. So that makes sense, though.
Yeah. I
definitely need to do that for the business side, especially because I'm setting up the podcast. Like, there's so many different entities that I am working on.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have realized that they each need to be separated because although some can be used for more than one purpose, like Zoom could be used for podcasts and it could also be used for regular calls. I want to make sure that I still budget, figure out how to separate the budget or split it according to whatever categories it can fall under.
Right.
So that way when I go for these grants this year, I show them like, hey, listen, I got my pivot table.
I got my pivot table.
Oh, let's do this.
I love it. You know, one of the things for pivot table, like for grant writing, though, if you can figure, I that's one thing I haven't tried yet is pivot, not pivot tables, is grant writing. So that's one of the things that I do want to learn. Yes.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, we gotta talk offline because I have two grant writers that are part of the pilot of professional program.
What?
That's kicked February 8th. Yeah, that was one of the main, you know, things that I wanted to discuss with you. But then, my Saturdays this year so far haven't been the greatest. So yeah, but yep. Oh,
Mm,
you are going to be so excited to learn all of what has developed since we've last discussed um, 2024 goals.
yeah, 2024 goals are gonna be beast mode. I can't wait to hear what you had, like what you've had planned for this year. Actually, I mean, I know you had like a
Yeah.
full spreadsheet because I know you talked about it yesterday.
Yeah. I made folders for each of the almost like a budget, but with folders
Okay.
for all of my expenses and all of like what I'm developing because
Mm,
I'm putting proposals together for the grant. Since I have grant writers on deck now, I've been praying for it,
there you go.
and the wait finally over. Well, for now, I mean, there's so much more to do, but
Right.
um, what are you doing?
Well, the color, like I'm trying to add in all the zeros.
I
So,
was gonna say you could just taste every one of those. I would have what? I
well,
just would have went right through the column.
think about it. When I carried it over, it took formatting as well, and because it actually made the color all the way through, and I don't want the color to be the same all the way through.
Ah, okay, I get what you're
Yeah.
saying.
But luckily, because it's already these are all the same color, it's easier just to kind of do a like in normal Excel.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, in normal Excel, I see like how it came over to the blue. Like it brought this blue
Right,
over.
right, right.
Yeah.
I
So
get what you're saying. Yeah, that happened to me when I was doing my mortgage. I just had a spreadsheet specifically for household expenses and then who was responsible for paying what. And every time I try to copy paste, like if I paid something, then I will put the amount. But if I didn't, I will put zero. So that
mhm.
way it's easy to do the contributions, especially like if you're a couple or if you're married, it's always a lot of spouses have arguments over who's paying what. So
Ooh, I didn't even
I was
think
like,
about that. Like, see,
oh yeah,
so yeah, you gotta say who's. So one thing would be cool with this spreadsheet is that once you make your copy, you can actually say, all right, well, whose name on top of this? You know what I'm saying? Who's actually going to be paying this amount? Calculator dependent. You know what?
yeah. What so like what I did, like let's just say you're doing the green column or whichever column only has two.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be my name and my husband's name, and then the rows are every other color, right? But
Mm.
then if I pay a bill, the cell would have say pink, and if he paid a bill, the cell itself would be blue. So it got a bit tedious because then it was like, okay, who's paying what? So then I just figured, okay, if he paid out just red and green. If I didn't pay, it's red for that column, like that row. And if he paid, it was green. So I say all of that to say I understand having to fix the color in the
Right.
background because it when you're doing it, especially when you're updating the spreadsheet.
Right.
And yeah, so it literally was customized to every expense that went through within each month. And then there was a different sheet for any personal expenses on my end, and then any personal expenses on his end. So if he had his car and his insurance, then that, his
Yeah.
sheet, all of his expenses. He's going for haircuts. That's his expenses. If I'm going to get my nails done and my hair, like blowouts or whatever, braids, those are my expenses. So, and then each child has their own expenses as well, because my daughter gets her hair done, my son gets his hair cut. There's
What?
so many levels. That's the thing I love about spreadsheets. There's so many levels to it.
I did all this and forgot to put in here self-care. Good thing I didn't go down the whole.
So whatever, just insert it
on the left,
because
it's at the loans,
in between.
And then I'm gonna put this as self-care. Yeah, we gonna get this right. And this is one of the beauties.
But copy paste.
What am I copying and pasting?
And then the zero.
The zeros. Yeah. I'm just the self-care piece is just that I forgot to actually add that one column. So I added, and then so now that I got it, because you remember we were talking about, because you just reminded me of like, okay, the haircuts, and I was like, crap, where's my healthcare?
Listen, I go deep with you. You talk about frugal. I told you. I think I put the frugal in frugal because I literally. If we gotta buy shoelaces, who's buying the shoelaces? Like, yeah, that is a cost for that. Like,
there's a cost.
How does that work? Are we? You know what I'm saying? Like, who's paying? Who's paying?
What color should I make this? I can do self-care as a nice blue. Because you got to take care of yourself. Somebody need lotion in the house. The amount of money on jeans. Oh, Sarah, you're hilarious. Yes.
What?
The jeans. I mean, I've been going to Amazon Basics, and the price of their jeans have been more expensive than actually name brands. So I've been using yeah, surprisingly. So you need to be careful with them brands you be thinking are cheap. They be jacking up their prices. So it's crazy out there. All right, let's see who's over here on Instagram. What we got? Oh man, we had so many people stop by, but they didn't say anything in the comments. It's cool though. We good. So one of the things. Go ahead.
No, I'm trying to think the last time I've what. I usually go to Forever 21.
Forever 21.
They seem to have most affordable.
Do you feel like you still
jeans? I am Forever 22.
Okay.
So they already got Forever 21.
Hair care. Because I'm trying to do self-care. It's like clothes, hair care, like. But how? Because it's not so frequent that you're going to do this. That's the reason why I want to keep it as this column this way. And so we got clothes, health, care, and then we got what else we got in here? What's my like socks?
You have expenses and like school trips and
vacation. I didn't even have vacation.
Or is that just snacks in general?
I'm just saying snacks in general. Okay. I have transportation.
Date night.
Well, you can put that under entertainment.
Oh, okay.
Travel is what I don't have.
What? That's the most important one.
He said most important one. I can just put. Because travel and vacations are two different things. Where should I put travel?
Or you mean transportation?
Well, because I got transportation, but it's mostly like your day-to-day transportation. All right. You said, how often would you travel? So, Sarah, it depends on the person. So, say if you got your family and, you do like your annual travel for like vacation, okay, you actually go somewhere, that's y'all thing. But then you also have the reason why I want to separate travel and vacation is because sometimes you got to travel, like Ruthie said, life be life and now she got to figure out how to travel to see her kids and also how to get her kids back to see her and paying for that.
Right.
Like somebody got to pay for it. So that's the only reason why I
Mm-hmm.
wanted to separate travel and vacation, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna put that next to this self care piece because it's not often, but it's often enough to track. So that's why I'm put that next to the self care because depending on how often you want to self care yourself, that makes sense.
Mm.
Vacation and then travel. Really, I have to say, I greatly appreciate you staying on with me during this process. I mean, if you got something to do, I
Yeah,
mean, if you gotta go, I understand. Like, I know you've been doing your thing.
I needed a break from editing, to be
Oh,
honest with you. So I'm using this as my break time to refresh my brain cells a little bit.
so when do you actually? When do your shows come out anyway? When do you release your shows? Like, do you have
So
like a certain day?
I plan for them to come out every Tuesday. So it's supposed to be Transparency Tuesday.
Okay.
However, so far this year, there's just been a lot going on. So it's literally just as soon as I finish editing, then I'll just post it on a Tuesday. So, I mean, I have a couple of episodes up already, but not only one for this year because it's just, life is life.
Yeah, I know
And
that.
the editing process is not as, the editing process when you're a technophobe can be and an overthinking technophobe is not fun at all.
You are an
Like,
overthinker, right?
somebody during the call today, they said, I mean, not today, earlier this week, they said, I am a critical thinker. I was like, I like that. I like that better than overthinking,
Yeah,
even though I know my critical thinking can be overboard at times, but that's the beauty of being a planner because you are literally critically thinking about every possible scenario of what can go wrong. And once you've thought everything through, then people can trust you to know that, you know what? Hey, I think she thought about my problem a million times already. Let me trust her. Let me try her method and see if it works. And it usually does.
right. And that's
The
the
only
reason.
time it doesn't work,
Go ahead.
huh?
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say the only time it doesn't work is when they don't do it according to how I explain it. When they try to remix my method, it never works. Well, if they don't remix it, it works.
Interesting. Well, I mean, that's how what Dave Ramsey always say. Are you doing Dave's ish? Doing Dave ish? Or the full Dave Ramsey method? Like, come on, dude. Like, really?
Nah, I'm better than Dave.
Oh,
Shout out to Dave, but
yeah. Let's see. So, go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah,
No,
like
I'm saying my. Go ahead.
no. Go ahead. Like you're excited. I want to make sure we good.
I don't want to take over your show. This is your show. This is
I'm
This
good.
is about that Wally show.
We talking plenty. I'm happy. We talking about that. Wow, that's what we talking about right now. So one of the things that I like about doing all of this is like you can do this whatever you like, and as a lot of people are watching, like hey, we all make mistakes sometimes, and I forget. And good thing I did it on the third month because I got 8 more months to go, but now I got 12 more months to go because I don't forgot something. But it's cool though. So, and that's the reason why I like
that's
talking about it.
Mm-hmm. I was gonna say having to copy and paste it 6 more times.
Yeah. And then
can be a bit redundant.
Well, the thing I like about Excel It's like, see how my cursor turned to a plus at this little dot here? If you double click in that
Mm-hmm.
cell, it will automatically fill in. But I cannot do that
Mm-hmm.
here. Let me see if I can do shift, double click. It doesn't work. So now I got to manually drag everything over. That's the only thing I don't like about this.
Ah, yeah.
All right. And cool, that actually ends on a W. Ha. Like this show. All right. So I did not do conditional formatting. That can be added later, but I just want to make sure that everybody has at least a budget that they can utilize today. Because while they on this live, I mean, I know they've been listening to us chat about this, but you know, so the cool thing about it, I'm gonna go back and just only on delete all of this. And because I already got everything, I can do one of these bad boys. Make sure my stuff look good. Cool. It kept everything. All right. So we got February, March. Okay, remember we gotta skip one. February, March, April is not a 31st day. We can double check that actually. Somebody double check me on these. So 31st should be the next one should be May. All right.
May has 31. Are you able to just copy the ones that are like
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. 31
delete?
days, right?
No, you know what I'm saying. Just you can duplicate the sheet that you already have. That's 30,
Oh
and the ones that
yeah.
have, and then just alternate them.
That's true. And then just add a cell, delete a cell, add those. Maybe I'm just making things too difficult. Like, I just want to throw this whole thing away.
Listen, this is, as I said, is the beauty of overthinking. I've already had these issues a million times already.
Right. All right. You know what? I already got my 31s because if I do the 30s, then I have to delete a cell and hopefully the totals will realign. That's what I'm worried about. So I just want to make sure that I at least get the 31s out the way. Now that I got the 31s, I mean the 31s out the way, I can do the 30 months here. Call this April 4, which was
Listen, I promise you, if you just
all right. So that's 30. All
du-
right. So we're going down
duplicate
here.
April,
So I'm gonna delete this one. Delete this row, right? Sweet. All right, it
mm-hmm.
automatically matches. Cause I was making sure that the formulas still match.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we in there. Okay. All right. So now that we know what those are, so now I know I can just delete one cell now after I paste.
Just duplicate,
What do
duplicate the sheet and make it June. I'm like
oh,
rename it to June.
oh, oh, I got you.
You
I
know what I'm
got you.
saying?
Yeah. So on my 30, since I got my 31 day, this is a 30 day. You know what? Let me delete this one. Delete. Okay. So you're saying it's taking the March, no, the April one, which is the 30. Duplicate
Right.
and call this one June,
June. Mm-hmm.
which ends on the 30th. So that one's fine. And we got to rename it.
Look at that. You are flowing.
You said I'm flowing.
Yeah.
Like we gonna be in here.
I can see the.
Right. So we got June. All right, July. Oh, that's right. Yeah, duplicate this one for
Oh,
August.
right. Yeah. September will be the next one.
All right,
So July and August.
right. August. So this one would be September. September 1. Okay. And then rename. Oh, because I already have a September. That's why it's giving me a red arrow. Delete this bad boy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. November, delete. Okay, and then I gotta. All right.
You might be. I was gonna say you probably just hit the delete button for the, and then you could double tap the name when you rename it.
Right.
You double tap copy and then just like
Yeah, so that's why I want to
it should
delete
work.
those. Now I gotta remember where I'm at. All right, so I got
September.
September 1. Which is July, August, September, October, November. So this one needs to duplicate.
Mm-hmm.
Double tap here. November. Double tap here. October, November. All right. So if y'all didn't learn anything today, I mean, obviously use your knuckles to start counting if you want to figure out which months are which. That's great.
No, but I like that though. Even though July and August makes it a little trippy, but
That's why your
just
two
the
knuckles.
start.
That's where your two knuckles match if you put your hands side by side. See what I'm saying? Like so, yeah. So that's where July and August will be. Just July, and then this one starts August, and then September, October, November, December.
Oh yeah, I have to get with it. Like I said, I didn't have an awesome teacher to show me that trick, so I'm still stuck in the stone age of learning my month.
Hey, look, we all start somewhere, right? And trust me, I didn't learn this until I started teaching. So, and that was some years ago.
Okay.
All right, so we got that. Man, this is going to be fun. So, I actually didn't think I was actually going to make it to do a full episode of actually making a full budget live, because I know a lot of people go online and was like, I just want to do one budget and watch somebody do it all quickly. September, I need to slide that one to October. And then that's it. So, but I want to make sure that you're walking away here and actually watch the process, because how this all stuff works. Because go ahead.
July, I think, still needs the adjustment.
July.
A1, so. But go ahead. I ain't mean to go be sure.
No. You said July. Which one did I miss it? Well, are we good? We good?
Right. Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
All right. I think it's good.
All right. This is May. Okay. April, March, February. All right, yeah, that's bad boy. I guess I could just duplicate 31st, slide that on over. Since this one is January. Doop. And then February. I'm gonna just have to duplicate January. Duplicate. Ruthie, thank you so much for that. Save me some time.
No problem.
All right, delete that. We're gonna call this one June. Well, February. I'm sorry. February.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this episode.
Yeah, I do these things all.
Yeah, this episode is not going up on the podcast. This one is just going to be strictly YouTube, because you got to be in here for this one. You know what I'm saying? Because it's visual. You know what I'm saying? I can't do this one. All right, so we got everything here.
You can do anything you put your mind to.
Yes, you're right.
This is as a visual learner and a visual podcast host. I mean, I get it. It definitely takes a lot. Like you're way more successful at posting your podcast episodes than I am currently.
Hmm.
But you know, Spotify podcasters they have the
We got the
visual audio,
video,
but,
yeah.
but yeah, but this is definitely more of a YouTube. You know,
Yeah, that's more YouTube.
this is definitely more YouTube material, not necessarily podcast material. Unless you clip it to like 30 minutes
There's no way. Like, there's
or
no way.
or throw it up in the AI and let them do a reel. Like how do they do that?
Oh yeah, yeah,
Compilation? No, it's not.
yeah. They could do that.
Something.
And what they would do is remove. They'll chop it up, but it's like 30 seconds long, and so
Right. And yeah, and you can send me the reel. I could put it on my side too, and promote the budget. And you definitely got to get your budget planner. You just dropped the budget planner.
I did.
Man, I would have
I
had
had
that back of my head.
Yo, because the budget planner, for those of you who are wondering, because I do have a budget calendar, and it's digital download. You can go to aboutthatwild.com/shop and get your budget calendar, and it will practically have all of this, but it's not digital. It's print out, you doing paper to pen, and that is set up the way how I was paying off credit cards. So if you're looking how to do credit cards, that's the way to go. Right now, this one is just overall expenses. It's just that back then I had my overall expenses taken care of. It was just my credit cards is the way how I was actually moving monies around more so to kind of help after my core four, which is the mortgage. It was at the time it was my rent, my water, utilities, and transportation was taken care of. Once that was taken care of, then I started focusing on my credit card bills, like what's left over, what can I pay for, and that's what the simple budget calendar was set up for. If that makes sense to
Yeah.
everybody. Okay, now this piece is going to be entertaining. I did all that work. Ooh, you know what? Boom. I just need the titles for these. Right? Because remember I added in some more stuff.
Yeah, okay. Well, you can create a row above.
You know what? We're going to do this. We're going to duplicate this page. Because that's all it really is. It's a summary of all the other pages. And so I'm going to delete. Yeah, no, I need to keep this one for notes. So I'm going to rename this one and call this one, put a 1 next to it. So for those of you who are like Excel, like I do, I mean, this is the fun stuff. I actually enjoy doing these because I could sit here and do an Excel spreadsheet all day. So for those of you who are watching still, instead of doing the summary as number 1, I can just call this January. And we're going to delete this completely out. Number 2 will be February. Actually, you know what? I'll just call it short because I have all the other stuff shorthanded.
No, I like it spelled out. This is a summary. And then you can highlight the 2. I mean, it's up to you. I'm sorry. This is your spreadsheet. So you highlight January, February, and then you let the little cross thing come down. You have to shift and then highlight both January, February, and when you drag the cross down, it brings it to December. Or the little circle in the corner, I guess.
Yep, I got it. You're so smart.
I just do this. I told you, this is the problem of overthinking for every day.
I've been looking at this for too long. So that's what's been happening.
No, you just listen. I do stuff like that. I can't wait to actually come on live and show you some of the spreadsheets that I do. I do them for the goals as well, daily goals. I was supposed to, I think, share a folder with you actually to
Yes.
show that the goals. So daily, weekly, monthly, yearly,
Mm-hmm.
five fun. Yeah, it's five hard, three easy, and two fun. And I make the spreadsheet, you know, the first sheet is a PDF where you fill out what your goal is going to be, 10 for every day, every week, every month, every year, within those categories. And then I transfer that information onto a spreadsheet.
Mm-hmm.
And I have done that for the kids at the beginning of the school year. So every like September, August, September,
Mm-hmm.
um, we would sit down in our little family meeting. We go over our expectations and our goals, and I would do exactly what you're doing right here. Create the spreadsheet, and I had a tab. One was my goals, mommy's goals, and then X his goals, and then my daughter's goals. So mine, my son, my daughter's goals, and in our tabs, and so we can just click over. We could do it digitally if the kids were in school and they reached the goal. But I also had a sheet that I printed out. We would go to the library. They had 10 free sheets of paper to print out every day. So that was a free trip, and that was a part of my break from mothering for a little bit because they get to go on the computer and they know that they print out one of the sheets that they could print out is their goals for the day and the week.
Okay.
And the month and the year we did a little something a little different. And then they would highlight like, the colors.
Oh, cool.
Let me see though. If I have one, I might be able to share it with you. Hold on. Since you're doing. Oh no, it's not on this one.
I'm
Okay.
some sweet. Okay. All right. So I have just unlocked a cool hack. Not a cool hack. I just so I'm not sure if many of you guys know what a format painter is. So you click on your cell, you click up here, format painter. It actually copies and just keeps the format of it, but it does not mess with the formula that you put inside there. It seems like Instagram keeps cutting out. So, I'm gonna just leave out of Instagram. It's just too much. It can't handle all of this. It just can't
The
handle.
bandwidth.
Right. So I'm gonna just kill the lives, remove that from there. I'm gonna see if I can add another. I'm gonna send this over to Twitter. See what happens. I'm going live on Twitter now. It's gonna be entertaining.
Okay.
So now that we live on Twitter, we're actually in the middle of doing a budget here, you guys. So format painter. Doop. So what I'm doing now, I'm actually getting the first row taken care of, because once I get the first row taken care of, I can actually do the format painter for the rest of the rows. So I can copy from the left all the way across for each cell. So what I'm doing, Ruthie, is that, so see how it's very light, but the formula is that it's taking January M33, which means if I go here, I'm gonna try to get out of that. So I go to January and go to M33, which is the total. So what I want is the totals of everything that's in January to show up here and inside in the top. So you can see this all at a glance. This is pretty much 2024 at a glance of what things look like. So as you start filling out that form, this will automatically fill out. Now, there's more advanced ones that I plan on doing, which is being able to do this more graphical, so you can actually have it as a as like like a one of those dials as they move around, or just have a color of a pie wheel, so you can actually have those color coded as well, and that's where the pivot tables come into play. Yeah, and I can create a pivot table under here if I want to, but I like to have pivot tables to make them look clean. and a
Right.
lot of fun stuff. So I'm gonna delete this here. I don't need that one. Okay. So because we got that, and I think because I'm actually streaming to Twitter now, it actually, they don't cut out like how Instagram does, which is cool. And as for those of you who are watching, I'm not the fastest mouse clicker around here, but we're gonna get this
Mhm.
right. Oh, Ruthie, if it's late, you gotta go. Just let me know. Again, there's no hard feelings if you gotta go. And
Yeah,
again,
I
I
was
greatly
trying to see about.
appreciate
Yeah. Um.
you. Are you editing episodes anyway, too, right? So, what do you use to edit?
Yeah. I use CapCut.
Okay. How you like it?
I prefer the iPad version better than the PC, but I could see my iPad. I used up 1 terabyte in about a year and a half time, and I'm currently in the process of transferring everything off of the iPad into my SSD drive or I don't know if it's called a drive. I may be making something up, but
I know what you mean.
yeah, whatever that is. I tell you, I don't even know. I'm just going with the flow. I went
You know
to
Ruthie. Okay, I
the app
got you.
store. Yeah. That's the definition. And yeah, so I'm in the process of learning how to, transfer everything. Dropbox, shout out to Dropbox, they're helping me with that as well. I'm on my free 30-day trial period that ends on the 21st, so I'm trying to hurry up and get that stuff. I mean, it's interesting because I've gotten quite a bit offloaded, considering it's 1 terabyte of stuff, but Dropbox it might get me for at least a month or two because it's just a lot of stuff. It's a lot of digital real estate that I have to condense
Oh yeah.
and categorize. Yeah, so February I just said, you know what? I need a month to focus on organizing everything. The only thing I will be doing on February is the Dads and Grads Academy. So
Nice.
the pilot of professionals. I'm sorry, the pilot of professionals, but it's only going to be 1 hour a week.
Mhm.
In addition to the Wheel of Life Instagram lives, which hopefully we can get together and maybe you can help me co-pilot that so that way I can put it on my YouTube page because you have all your equipment and stuff together, and I feel like it's similar to like how you're doing the budgeting right now.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like it's very important to ask people how they are feeling because it's definitely important to their budget. So this is perfect alignment. But I'm sure you have so much fancy equipment over there on your end. So
you're funny.
And I'm sure your PC is not from like the early 2000s. Like I'm back in 1999, trying to do podcasting.
Right.
Yeah.
It's okay.
And it's not working,
Yeah, I got you.
I'm making it work to the best of my ability. I'm trying to push it through. But,
Mm-hmm.
I just gotta, I gotta stop being frugal. But I want to make sure that I create a business budget first before I start swiping anything else. So,
yeah, tell me about
so
it.
we're at it. But,
Ooh,
yeah, I wanted to, let me see if I can remember the copy of this.
I wonder if I can repeat this all the way down. Let me go one down, see what happens. It doesn't work that way. I'm actually trying to find a way to expedite this. January, February, March. And this was going to be 33. Because the 31st days, January, February, March. This one is April. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure this out. It's gonna be all right. So pretty much, I'm gonna be cleaning this up. That's gonna take me a while because I'm thinking about like how much we gonna get. We gonna get this right. All right. So got that one out the way. March. All right. Oh wow, got people coming in. Hey, welcome everybody from to this live show. We actually doing the edit. Got a couple people from Twitter. I'm not sure if you guys can actually leave a comment. Can Twitter leave a comment? No, you can't post anything, you guys. I do apologize. So yeah, that's the only thing about doing this live on StreamYard. It's like you can't do this stuff like that. So if you guys are on Twitter and you just want to kind of be part of the conversation, just kind of leave your comments or questions. Come on over to YouTube. It's youtube.com/, about that wallet. So that I'm not sure if on Twitter you can actually move your still use your phone. Because I know with YouTube, it would at least allow you to shrink the video, so you can still listen in and actually come back to it whenever you want to. And just if you find any value out of this spreadsheet, I'm actually leaving a copy of this inside the show notes once I'm done, so that you can actually get your copy of this particular budget. For those of you who've been watching on YouTube, if you scroll up inside the show notes, mean inside the comments, you actually see the link. You can actually get a copy of it right now, actually, as I'm going through it. So either you can get it now or just wait a little bit. And we also have Ruthie the Truth online. So if you're curious.
Hello, everybody.
Oh no.
I'm not.
Say that again.
I'm trying to edit one of the goal sheets so I can show you what it looks like. I can share with you.
Oh yeah, no, I wouldn't mind sharing it on live here. Let's see, we got April, last day. So for those of you who are joining, we actually just creating a budget and we having a good time. Yeah, we're having a good time. Even if you feel like you're not having a good time, we're having a good time, right? Everybody, we having a good time. Thumbs up. If you're not having a good time, I'm having a good time. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna make we're gonna be rolling the day, okay? This is my favorite thing to do. I really do love doing spreadsheets, creating things to help you and help you take you to the next level. You know what I'm saying? And if you're joining on X, for those of you who just joined, I already announced that I'll be talking at the Podcast Movement Evolutions, the one that is in California this year in March. So if you actually want to see me talk in person, actually just meet me. We can always take a photo. I'm always happy to do those. And, I would actually like to see some of you all in person. And if not, it's cool because, it's my first one, but it doesn't mean it's my last one. And I would love to see, and I want to thank you all for supporting me and supporting the show because without you all, I would not be able to actually be selected to be a talker. Because what I'm talking about, for those of you who are curious, is that I will be talking about podcast structure. And with podcast structure, the importance of the podcast structure and why every podcast should have structure. If they don't have structure, that's a problem because the reason why they need structure is because it's like, well, what are you getting out of the show? And that is what structure help you do. It's help you to, keep things in line, help you focus on the task at hand without putting things in in the ether and just be forgetting about it. So when you sitting up here listening to a podcast, you already know exactly what they're going to say, what segments they're going to have, and which segments are your favorite ones. Like StreamYard, they go live I think they go live pretty often, just about 2 or 3 times a week. And because StreamYard goes live about like 2 or 3 times a week, they actually discuss, actually, they do a lot of giveaways. They do some segments where they actually talk about, like, hey, if you have a YouTube, oh, come on. So because they have like a YouTube channel, if you want to have your YouTube actually analyzed by them, they will actually do that for you. So, you know, that's one of the things that a lot of people do enjoy. For my show, my live shows, I used to do drinking episodes, where I actually talk about, like, every half hour I'll have a drink session. But I changed that only because, like, for this year, I actually want to focus on, like, this calendar year. I just want to focus on the content. I want to make sure that you have a good time. But if you guys want me to bring that back, please let me know in the show notes or in the comments that that's something that you really enjoy and want me to bring back, because I can start talking about different wines, different drinks that I tried, um some of the drinks that you can try at home. I still got a few mixers to go ahead on and make a couple Moscow mules. Just saying, if y'all want some Moscow mules, just let me know. Okay. I just don't have vodka. I got tequila, and tequila does not work well with these little mixers. You know what I'm saying? So killing me. Yeah. Oh, so practically this whole thing is done. The spreadsheet itself is practically done after I finish doing all of these straight across items, and then make the color coding look nice. Because the cool thing about it is that once you have this in your um inside your budget, and you start utilizing this to a T, you'll have something digital. You'll have something that every financial person will be looking for, which is like, hey, do you have a place where you tracking your money? Some of them will go extra detailed. However, like I said, this is just a high level one. Even though it looks detailed, it's really not. Ruthie, what do you think? Is it detailed?
It looks great. That one, the last couple of columns remind me of Barney, but besides that,
well, that's your life insurance. You know what I'm saying? I love you. You know what I'm saying? We gonna keep you in there. That's the life insurance. It's for. So, yeah, this is fun.
I just shared one of my.
All right, you shared it with
goal sheet. It's not filled out, but.
Oh, okay. Let me go to my Google. Let's see. Shared with me. I have a lot of things shared with me, so. I'm gonna have to refresh.
Oh, wait, hold on. I'll the link.
Oh, the link.
And then add it. Wait, hold on. Oh, where did it go? There we go.
Yeah. So while you you're opening up the document you shared with me, did you send me a link? You didn't send me no link.
Did I do it
right? Let's see. You were okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna give you editor rights. It's funny. All right, let's see. Oh, you know what? I see. It's interesting. So for people who are watching and they requesting access, it seems like I had to manually allow access. It's interesting. I think I had to.
Mm.
Okay, so you provided me with this. I'll say I need to request access. Just need viewer. Okay. So when you, um, I just emailed you. I just sent you a message.
I just saw your access.
All right, let me finish this because I
No,
want
but
to.
I had
You shared the link, but um, the thing about it though, I still when I clicked on it, it said access denied or whatever. All right, let me try again. Yeah, it still said I need access.
tried it now.
All
Okay.
right, let's see. Let's see. There we go. Okay, let's see. Share this tab instead. Let's see what Ruthie has. Okay. Wow. All right. First off, I need to zoom out. Can I zoom out? There we go. 100%. We need to change that like 75. Okay. Jeez.
Yeah, I can't. I can't.
All right.
Yeah, my bad.
No, you good. I just need to make sure people on let's see where everybody watching from right now. Let's see. I got somebody on X. I got one person on Facebook and got two people on YouTube. Think about it, they don't show me the names, they just count the numbers. So for those of you who are watching and just kind of curious about how they say what it is, that's how it works. All right, so Ruthie, let's run through this because I will definitely need a key for this process. So starting off with the daily
Yeah,
test. All right, let's go through it.
right. So this is basically this would be printed out. Well, obviously there's a different. Oh, you know what? I get what you're saying. There's a sheet that I have, and it's a template. Let me see if I can share that
Oh,
with
you know
you.
what? You could possibly do it this way. Put it as another tab to say instructions. So
Yeah. You know what?
and then make that in the front of the goals. So then when people go here, they can
Mm,
go back and forth to say, okay, this is what this is.
you know, I'm wondering, is it possible for me to add, because it's a PDF, I'm wondering if it's possible to add the PDF to the tab, to the Excel tab as instructions,
Did you give
or
me editing
that
rights?
not?
Oh, view only. Okay. So yeah, let's see. Let me go back to mine. Share this tab here. And you said PDF, is that the one in PDF?
Yeah,
Let's see.
let me,
Insert, link, comment, sell actions. Okay, you just sent me something else. All right, let's see what we got.
mm-hmm.
So this is why we test things out. All right. New viewer
Mm-hmm.
access. All right, request access. All right, cool. So once you give me access, okay, so now we got this. So for those of you who are really hanging on here, so let's see, we can insert images, we can insert charts, so drawing functions, links, but it does not allow. Oh, so you know what? If you have the time, depending on how much time you got, maybe on the one that you have here for your goals, you can possibly insert
Mm-hmm.
notes far as like, hey,
Mm,
welcome to so and so, throw in insert a note. You know what I'm saying? Like if you got that kind of time, but if you already got it written out, just like, look at this PDF.
drop the link
Right.
inside. Oh,
Yeah. Oh,
Lord.
you know what? Yeah, because you can actually put a link because you said it's a PDF, right? So if you make this,
And hold on.
all right.
But when it opens in Google docs, it's kind of disaligned.
Mm. What the PDF?
But
Yeah, no, as long as
yeah,
you can
we
read
try to
it.
link again.
All right, let me go back.
Mm,
Yeah, still say I need to request access. The second link that you added in the chat. So
really?
yeah,
I made it. Oh,
well, look, I'm gonna request again. All right, give me access. All right, let me see. Chat and tab, so you can see that I'm saying request. Give me access. All right. So one of the things I for those of you who are watching, I just want to let you know we testing a lot of stuff out on this show. Okay. So, but we want to make sure that we.
Try it one more time. Because I think, yeah, because my technology skills are not the greatest, but I think it said access updated on my end. Maybe it took some time to interface.
Yeah. All right. There you go. Okay. Let me see. Share this one so everybody can see. All right. So you got your template goals. All right. Opening with Google Docs. Let's see. So I'm open up in Google Docs just to see what it looks like. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So I got you got your daily goals, your easy ones, your hard one, fun goals.
Yeah, you see how.
Easy, hard, easy, fun. Okay. What happened to the rest of your lines?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know why it didn't, transfer the way it's supposed to. But
Oh, your
maybe I
lines.
can just.
Okay, I see your lines are actually in the PDF, but when you put it in a Word doc, when you open up in Word, it doesn't.
Right.
So for those of you who are
It
watching, that's
gets
where we're
you.
going. Yeah. Okay. That makes sense.
But one thing I like about the PDF is you can type straight onto, like if you have Adobe, straight onto the paper and out like as if like officially. And then when you post it up, by your bed or on the refrigerator, you keep a visual reminder of what your goals are
Right.
for the day. Well, everybody can kind of see it.
Well,
it was really for me and the kids posted in their room, in my room.
So then my question would be, what is considered an easy goal? What is considered a hard goal? And what is a fun goal? Because to me, easy goals are fine too.
Well, the objective is to find out your expectations and what do you expect in your life to be hard, easy, and fun.
So would it be okay to add that in the top of this, or like a blank sheet above it explaining all of that?
Yeah.
I know I'm challenging you a little bit.
No. This is what it's about. It's about clarity. Because this is what is going to be, a part of my planners. So,
then yeah,
parenting planners.
Then yeah,
planners.
That's why we have this conversation. Then. Okay. So
exactly.
So me as a blind person, not as a blind person, but for me seeing us at the first time around, I'm like, okay, well, I can kind of get it. What is an easy goal? What is a hard goal? But why do I gotta have like as a daily goal? Why are there 10 things and there's only 7 days out the week?
Because you're collaborating with
these are things that I want to create. These are the 10 things that at least I want to do in the day.
Yeah, like top 10. Usually there's a top 10 with like music or art, whatever. When anybody is rating something, usually it's like top 10. And then in collaboration with the Wheel of Life workbook, the scale is 1 to 10. So that's just a random standard that I created. There's no official rhyme or reason to it. It's just that's how many lines would fit, little boxes, and send it to the floor. Right, exactly. And so it was difficult to create goals without compartmentalizing them.
Mm.
And so this was my way of connecting with the children and communicating with them to find out what their perspective is of hard, easy, and fun at their ages and stages of life. So, like, say, for example, going for a walk, that may be easy for me, but for my almost 90-year-old grandmother, that may be hard. It's the same task, but it's about perspective and being able to document your perspective from one year to the next.
Wow.
And you get to see the growth as year after year. And then, like I showed my children the one that we did from like 2015, 2016, and they were able to see like, oh, wow, they grew into a new perspective. And so now because of that documentation that they can look back on, it helps them gain more confidence in their abilities to manage finances.
So now you're just explaining like, what's in it for them, and now you've made it relatable. That is awesome.
Right.
I see where you're going at. So my question again, back to the document, is why is it? It's almost like it's scrambled as far as like easy, hard, and stuff like that. Why not have all the easies up top, the funds together and the hards together? Any reason why?
Yes, because as an educator, I'm sure you had third graders. You said, keeping their attention can be quite challenging. I mean, my kids were different ages. They were two different ages, 2 years apart every single time. So as a way to capture their attention, I would scramble it to kind of make it like, so it's not like, oh, I can't think of another hard goal. Does it have to be 5? Right. Or does it have to? Because I did that. I did. Okay. And then I was like, wait a minute. All right. If I scramble it, it's still going to be 5, but you're just not going to, you get to pick, all right, we're going to do hard first. We just, what's the word? We just don't do all of them in a row, except for the hard in the middle, because, you can't really scramble it completely. But the objective was to get the children to keep their attention from the beginning to end, because these are 40 goals. And so, yeah, it was a challenge, but I did it. And once I was able to print it out, I cut the printouts, and I'm going to see if I can find the little worms. So I went to the Dollar Tree, and I let the kids pick out, those little arts and crafts things that they had in the little craft corner. So my son picked the worms, and then I printed out the words for each of his goals. I just cut it out, and we made it an activity in the library. And my daughter picked the butterflies or something like that, and then I picked the stars. And I have stars, because I stockpiled, because I'm like, yeah, we're gonna do this for a couple of years, so I might as well just get it all now.
Yeah.
And then worry about it later when inflation hits, as it did. And yeah, it was cute. They put it on their wall in their room, so it was a fun activity to do with them, to keep me from stressing out, and to also creatively teach them how to, set goals at an early age.
Right. And I think this is a good thing to kind of help people get into the habits of actually doing a daily, and then one to a weekly, and then a monthly goal, and then also yearly, because sometimes we set these things and then totally forget that this is what we wanted, and then we wind up achieving it or exceeding it, actually. Because like my goal this year was to do speaking at 2 different conferences, because I spoke at one conference last year, and so my goal this year is to speak at 2. So I'm just keep increasing it by 1 or doubling it. I mean, depending on who you talk to, because some people is like, you should start doubling your stuff. I'm like, give me a moment. Like I'm still new.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and then when you look at it, right, like the very first year, that probably could have been a hard goal, right? Yeah. But then once you've accomplished it, now maybe you have the perspective of it being easy, or even fun.
Well, and that's the thing. I'm afraid. I'm afraid I'm a bomb, but I'm gonna get as much stuff that I can write and talk to as many people as I can, practice as hard as I can, because this is a 30-minute talk that I got to be tight with the
Mm,
time, but also provide value at the same time. So that's one of the things that I need to make sure, because as podcasters, we can sit and obviously we talking here for like a couple hours, like just you and I kicking it. Like imagine if
yes.
like this was a full show, and people actually coming through to kind of say like, hey, you know, obviously we chatting, but people are getting value out of it at the same time, because it's not just from me but also from your insight on like what is your core goals and how they can actually modify their goals to actually take things to the next level. If any, I know a couple people right now are still watching on YouTube. There's something that you think that you would actually implement in your life, that Ruthie is actually talking about today, like, because I really think that having goals and structure will be perfect, to go ahead on and start taking action today. It's best to do it now than to try to wait,
Right.
because, like you said, Ruthie, is just having your content there is one thing. Having your life together is another.
Hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
And then plus, because you have it documented, you have your goals written out. When you put your blinders on, it's almost like, think about like a horse race. You're actually focusing on what's in front of you, not what's on the side, what people doing over there in the audience. No, this is just you in the race. And then I actually thought about it today when I went to the grocery store just to buy some snacks. I'm sorry, Ruthie, but snacks is life. Um, but it was like I was walking past the meat section, and I did not even bother to bat an eye to see what they had on sale, because I was like, I don't even buy meat for the house. So why even
Mm,
bother? So, and that's one of the things I do like about personal finance, is that because you're keeping it personal, it allows you to then figure out what is something that you want to keep in your life and actually take out. And if you want to keep in the snacks, hey, put that part of your snack budget. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could probably put it part of your savings, bundle it up in the savings, and be like, my snack budget is $20. I only spent $5 this week.
mm.
You be doubling up next week. Be like, hey, yeah, I'm gonna have a party. Like, so that's how we gonna do it. Let's see.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So now that we understand what your thing is talking about, right? So now we come into the spreadsheet side from the PDF. So you already had your your D1 stands for hard, mean your easy daily. What?
Mm-hmm.
So Ruthie, you killing me here. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So
So we could do that. Yeah, we could do it live. You can create one. I can tell you what my goals are for January.
well, I
Well,
can't I can't
really,
edit
it's
this.
for
You only got viewer option.
make a copy. So I
Oh
can
yeah, I
even
could make
show
a
the people how you
copy.
make it.
Yeah, I gotta make. I did say I'm gonna show people how to make copy. All right, you're right,
Right.
Ruthie. All right, all right.
Yeah, we
So
implementing.
yeah, we said file, make a copy. All right, so I'm gonna make a copy of it. Call it Anthony Goals 2024. Be in here, all right? So making a copy. Share my drive. So now I got full access. Got my own joint. Thank you, Ruthie.
Look at you. It's all about the empowerment. Dad's and Grad's empowerment.
Yeah.
To be true, 2024.
So now that we have, I take it that the columns up top, they're gonna stay the same. We don't modify these, right? We don't keep these straight.
Right. Just
Okay.
stop it down after, yeah, after
So
the
this
top.
is gonna start here.
So,
So for me, I'm a because I like freezing cells. I don't like to move things. We're gonna freeze the first column. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, we're gonna freeze second column. How about that? View, not the columns. The rows,
The
top
row.
two rows.
Why are you freezing?
Huh? I did. I just froze them.
Why freeze?
So that in case if I go down to like the end of the month, they still up there. See
Yeah,
what I'm
but it's the
saying?
same thing. Okay.
Yeah,
I
because
see.
if I'm filling these in, I could at least know like what it is. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So to make
Yeah.
sure
So
the
no.
go ahead.
Go ahead.
So I was thinking like the D1 is a D1 in the column of the template that you provided me earlier. So share here. So
Right.
D1 is
You would.
D1 easy. Okay, D2 hard. Okay, so the Excel matches the template.
Right. You would it's copy paste straight from. So yeah, you would. The first step is to create the PDF or like edit the PDF to
Mm-hmm.
add text boxes and whatever your goals are. And then once you do that, then you just copy and then paste into the Excel spreadsheet. Maybe I could find the automation that can maybe do that now that AI is a part of our everyday life. But
Yeah, that's true. I should do that.
right. So yeah, so like say for a daily goal that's easy for me is to I don't know, make my bed, right?
Oh,
Because
that's
that's
the
like
easy
the
one.
first task you yeah.
So I
And it's
don't.
productive, it's just
Okay, make my bed. I did one of those. Okay, so I do not like the underlining option. Obviously, because this is me. I'm just petty. I mean, I don't.
it's you, yeah. It's
Yeah,
all you.
yeah. Format. Where's my underline stuff?
Control you.
You know, what? Thank you, Ruthie. Again, you like always coming in with the.
I've I've done these mistakes a million times. Like,
All right,
yeah.
so we're gonna do this because I don't like the. We just go get all of them, just all at one swoop. Okay.
right. I
Come
like
on,
those
machine.
you boom.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, there we go. All right, so I had to do it twice just to make sure I get them all. All right, so make my bed. So since this one was done today, obviously this not January 1st, but you know what I mean. Like, you know what? Let's make this right.
Right.
I'm gonna just kind of keep this one D1
You drag.
easy.
Yeah, just click and drag it. Huh?
I'm already in here. All right. What's today? The
Yeah.
18th. All right, so I'm scrolling down to the 18th. All right, and then so what I'm gonna do because that's why they had issues freezing the columns. It's because this top one, number one, was merged cells. That's why. So how can we freeze a column?
Well, you can hide the rows.
No, even if I
You just
hide it,
highlight the
yeah, it can't freeze because part of it is a merged cell. So I have to unmerge this one. That's all. That's fine. I can do that. And
okay.
then 18th. So view, freeze, first column. The reason why, because like if I'm going around here for the weeks, I want to see the weeks. And then actually at the end, all that fun stuff. So I can say all this too. It's just me. Sorry. Okay. So easy.
Whatever works.
Make bed. All right. Now that I completed making my bed today, right? What do I do? Do I color code this one or it's just open to me?
Yeah. You do just like how you color coded the budget. You'll pick a green. So it's like the traffic light. So it's green, yellow, red.
Okay.
So green means that you could probably make it a little lighter so you can see the words if you wanted to. But green means that you did it successfully. Yellow means that you kind of did it, but it wasn't done exactly the way you intended. And then red means you did not do it.
I just turn these 15 in bold so I can see.
Okay.
All right, we gonna make this work for Anthony's bad eyes because I just went to the eye doctor today and pretty much I'm going
No,
blind in one eye, so it's gonna be fun.
no. What?
Yeah,
What?
well, not going blind, but my eyesight is getting bad. So yeah, that's why you gotta get your
Yeah.
eyesight checked out. Yeah.
You gotta eat your carrots. You know, you snack on some carrots, add that to the budget.
Go somewhere with that. But okay, yeah, we could try it. That's a D too hard. There you go. Yeah, did you eat your carrots? Eat healthy. How about that? That's a hard one. What
Hey,
we
there
eat?
you go. There you go.
Eat carrots. Eat carrots. There you go. Eat carrots. No, this is gonna be a red one for me. Okay, we're gonna go red. All right. What else we got? Drink some water. I'm horrible. You know what I'm saying? Drink water. No, I
Mm.
haven't even. Did I even taste water today? No, I had soda and a kombucha.
Wow.
I had soda and kombucha today. So the day's not over with though. The day's not over with. So I still got options. So I can still do
Right.
that. All right. What else? Another hard one for myself is what do I not do that I want to do? Um Shucks. I went live. I did some stuff. What else we missing? What's a good hard one? Give me some examples.
My go-to or
Not drink.
cleaning the room. So I have Monday through Friday. I designate a room to clean. Either that or putting out the garbage. Oh well, I can't say, but not every day. That's usually a weekly goal because sometimes I forget to put the garbage out, and then I have to wait for the next week. I mean, well, it's out, but like for the purpose or something.
Yeah, cause it's like a weekly thing for me. Doing trash.
Yeah.
Um.
Um,
Well, think
one of
about
my
it.
hard goals was
Business.
selfie.
You said eat healthy.
Take a selfie.
Oh, take a selfie. Ooh. You know what? A hard one for me would be posting on IG.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
From a business perspective, like we gotta keep constantly putting out this content, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So did I do a post on IG yet? It's not gonna happen. I only got an hour left in the day. So that
you can repost.
What I'm posting?
You got this.
Well, you know what? I just because look at this. Watch. I'm gonna see if I can find because I got the artwork from my talk today. Like, where is she at? So I can actually post that because I asked them to give me 2 images because I didn't like the first one. All right, so y'all are getting a sneak peek, okay, of my image that I'm actually utilizing for FinCon. I mean, not FinCon. I keep saying FinCon. For the thing. Let me see if I can oh yeah, I'm still signed in here. All right, so I'm gonna do a post, create post, select from computer, downloads. I know y'all can't see this right now because I got a lot of other stuff in the background. All right, now I'm gonna share this tab. All right, so you guys can see that. I'm gonna say original. That's too wide though. I need a square one. So I did not give them this photo. They snatched up this photo. So I am going to use another photo. Discard. Let me see another one.
You can do that?
Yeah. You can discard them and it's not fresh. All right. So this is a one-on-one. All right. So this is my talk. And so should I adjust the lighting? Oof. I think the original is fine.
Yeah.
I think the original is fine.
You got 58 minutes to do whatever it is. That's your heart desire.
All right. So let's see. What I'm gonna say. What I'm
So,
gonna
what
say.
is that?
I'm gonna say it's official. It's official. I'm speaking at podcast podcast movement evolutions
Mhm.
2024. Uh, and then I'm gonna tag them. I mean, not tag them. I'm gonna put them at the end at
Mm.
podcast movement. Have you tried to post from the computer yet?
Yes, I failed every time.
Oh,
So I
you
just stick to
said not fail every
the
time.
mobile and the iPad only, huh?
Not every time.
Literally every time. I thought, no, you know what? I think maybe one time I did. I was successful, and I posted a reel of a snippet from the Dads and Grads podcast. So that I was successful once and only once. I will say that I was successful,
Today.
but I've never attempted because it was just it's so weird to me. Doing everything on a desktop. Some things are, um, you know, some are easier than others,
Mm-hmm.
but I think the way my brain is set up is that I need to figure out one routine on one device and stick with it.
Yeah. And I think that's the same thing with what we're dealing with on a daily basis is that notion that we
Mm-hmm.
feel like we are not we can't figure it all out. But we can't. It's not our job to. Pick one, stick
Right.
with it. Cause like for me, IG was my joint. Is my jam actually.
Mm-hmm.
Come on. There we go. And I need to tag myself. The only thing about posting from your computer is that you don't have the option to um you don't have the option to what they call it, add music. That's the only problem. Because I would love to have that ability to pick songs and stuff like that, but they don't, and I can't.
But you can always add.
No, not for
Maybe.
posts, not for posts.
Really?
Yeah, because I went back and actually tried to do that on a couple posts that I did this way, and they won't allow me to do that.
Mm.
Like I had to post it from my phone with music.
Oh, that is horrible.
Yeah.
But can you save this to draft and then post it from your phone and add the music to it?
Ooh,
So you can add the music to it?
Good question. Let's see. That I don't know. Let's see. Oh, and one tip for you guys who like to post on Instagram and everything like that, you can use these hashtags as your alternate text. It's mostly for mouse overs, but remember these are still searchable online at the same time. So, see, Anthony Weaver talking at Podcast Movement Evolutions, and they give you let's see, hashtag, what the hashtags? We're gonna do ATW, hashtag Black Podcast, hashtag Blackity Black. Let me stop. Black Movement. Hashtag.
Don't tell me that is an actor.
No, say Black
Black History.
Black History. Black History.
Yeah.
Hashtag Black History Month. You know what I'm saying? You should see some of these hashtags that people be throwing in these back ends. Like it's hilarious. Hashtag podcast evolution, past cut podcast movement. Hashtag black podcaster. Hashtag DMV podcast. And give me another hashtag. Think something cool. Hashtag. Ooh, podcast of Instagram. Oh, you can come up with one.
I am so horrible with hashtag. Hashtag Ruthie's Rose 800. There we go.
Yeah, I'll put you in there, Ruthie. Is it IE, right?
You
Yeah.
ain't gonna do that. I was
Ruthie,
joking.
Ruthie, the truth. Okay, we're gonna get you in there. Okay,
Oh,
since you helped
dang.
me, you know what I'm saying. We in here. We're gonna get you in here. Is it two
Aw,
E's,
look
right?
at,
2 E's.
yeah, please, please.
Got you. All right, and then what else we got in here? I think that should be good. All right.
Personal finance? Right? Oh, no, you're talking about
oh
structure, right?
yeah. So I can
Goals.
still. I don't care. I mean, I'm gonna be putting all this extra stuff in there. They gonna get this work. Hashtag personal finance. Hashtag what do they call it? Strategies.
Yeah, that's good.
All right. That one. Boom. All right, cool. It's a hard thing for me to post every day.
Well, look at you. You doing 5. See, this is what I'm talking about. You got that action.
Yeah. All right. So somebody already said they're gonna give me a shout out. Hey, I'm like, hey, I just posted.
Okay.
See what I'm saying? Like, you know, when you have your community out there for you. Let's see what else I got. A couple hearts out here. Like comment, blah blah. Okay. So I got my post. Let's keep this on this page here. All right. So boom, knock this out. So I did my post. So should I put like a star next to it or something? Like, do I get like a gold one for getting hard ones? No pun.
Hey, listen, you can remix whatever you want. Yeah, make it go. There you go.
Yeah,
I don't know if you can add a filter, you know,
right?
The shimmering filter. But you did it. Technically, it's green, but yeah, you can do gold if you like.
All right, we go because the hard ones. I don't. Let's do. I gotta figure out something that's like, you know what, I did it, but it works. You know, we're gonna do lime green.
Well, you just created your own key. What do you call that?
Yep, you're right. Your legend. Oh man,
yeah.
You know, when I was teaching, we were actually talking about that. We were teaching. I was talking about how I do light green for easy, and dark green for getting the hard ones right. So
that your gold fire though. Yeah. I won't even hold it.
Huh?
Or maybe even like the border is gold.
Ooh,
is that possible? Is
that's right.
No, yeah. Why not?
Yeah. Boom. Oh, come on.
They need to add filters to Google Excel. I'm just saying.
Right. Like, let me do this. There we go. It's green. I can see it, but it's not
outside. Yeah.
I need something more brighter. You know, I'm gonna just go red with it. Oh, come on, machine. You know,
or maybe make the
weight.
You can make
the weight.
Go.
I need the weight of it to be.
Oh. Yes.
There we go. We get in there. We in there. All right. Cool. So we got that. All right. So what's fun? What's something fun I did? Oh, you know what? I go live. Actually, because I enjoy it. I enjoy this.
Every day?
No, like on my Wednesdays. Like this Wednesdays. Like, my Thursdays. I'm sorry.
Okay.
My Thursdays. Because like this is fun for me and therapeutic to go live and have these conversations and actually add value to people every day. Because I'm not sure if you, for those of you who are watching on YouTube or wherever you're watching that, you can actually see the green fire in the background. It took me a while to actually make that work. So, yeah, yeah, you know what I'm saying? I was actually in the studio getting it in, you guys. You know what I'm saying? Look at all that fire in the back.
It looks amazing.
Oh, can you just
It's
make
very aesthetic pleasing.
I appreciate you. See, yeah, all that in there.
Mm.
But yeah, all right, so go live. I did that. And it's fun for me, so I'm proud of myself.
I can tell.
Yeah. All right, so
So
pretty much
you
coming up
accomplish.
with 10 things. Wow. Usually,
It's really not as difficult as you think. Like when you think about your budget, right? Like
yeah,
what is your? Aren't your budget items kind of like a part of your goal? Like it's a part of your financial goal
yeah, but for me,
to
that's
stay
like
with
a weekly.
it,
Oh, I see what you're saying. Like to stay inside your budget. I can see that. Um,
right?
stay inside budget, business budget. Yeah, and I did.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't buy anything. I did good. I think because like sometimes, and this will be a good reminder. This might have to go down all of it because it's like
Yeah.
when you think about it, like there's always that itch to spend something, especially when you own a
Right. Right.
business. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so that one I make that
Yeah,
every
it's
day.
much harder.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, that's the purpose of it.
right.
Is to make all of those the daily, and then you just add the color to it after. But
Oh, you know what? Now I'm getting it because it's something that you do daily. It makes you know what? I probably have to change this to like eating something green because I had to
okay.
make sure that's something that because I do ask myself that before I go to bed. I'm like, hey, did I eat something green today? And not like
Mm.
green icing. I mean, like actually, like your greens. So,
Oh, you got green ice cream.
like if you get like mint chocolate chip ice cream and be like, well, that was green. Like, it's not the same. Like, you actually add
Oh
some
my
lettuce.
god.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god.
But as I'm going through this, it's making sense now. Okay, so for the specific days, obviously I'm gonna have something on there that's gonna change from time to time. But that gives me my option days. And then I can
Right.
have but my option ooh, will you have a freebie in there?
I've never done that, but
Because
sure, why not?
because I'm thinking about that, like, yeah, it could be a hard thing, but like every day, like these are the things that you must do and you want to make sure that you have done for your show. I mean, not for your show, but for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So if you
Yeah,
have
like
that, go ahead.
helping
Mhm.
to be a part of it. Yeah. But go ahead.
No, because I'm thinking about like if you have let's see. So like obviously making a bed, that's easy. You can do that every day. Like pick an easy one. But like say if it's the weekend and you wanted to go outside, like your hard thing is to actually go outside. You know what I'm saying? Just go outside, get some fresh air for the day. If you especially on the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
The weekday, obviously you going out because you gotta go work or you gotta do some errands and so forth. But just to be outdoors, if that makes sense. So that could be like your freebie day. If that
Yeah.
makes sense. Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You could remix it however you want.
Okay. But this is like
Make a whole brand new goal if that's
mhm.
how you want to. You know what I'm saying? Like for that day to just you could do nothing if you wanted to, really.
Okay. And that could be a hard thing for some
Like
people. That's always on a run.
that is true.
Because I try I'm
I'm
sorry.
one of
I'm not even sure my mom's still on here, but she likes to go out all the time. And I'm like, man, you pay your mortgage. How about you just stay in the house and enjoy what you pay for? Like, just just enjoy it. It's okay. The stores are going to be there. The sales are going to be there. It's all right. You don't have to get every sale.
Mhm.
All right. I like this. I like this.
Yeah, you make it your own of whatever it is that is best aligned with your life, and you know that's just it. Like I said, I did this as a collaboration with my kids, so
Mm-hmm.
but I could easily do this with my nephew. Could easily do it with just whoever, like my mom. If I want to have I like to usually have accountability partners because I notice I derail myself very easily
Mm-hmm.
when I don't have the accountability. I mean, I can control myself if I needed to, but it's just easier for me to have at least one other person that will ask me like, hey, like to check in, like support, like you were saying.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So yeah, normally that is always defaulted to my children, but now that's more like a weekly thing instead of a daily thing.
All right. And I'm going to get rid of your
And it looks,
ATWs. I got you.
yeah, you can get rid of that. Yeah, these are not my goals.
Man.
There you go.
All right, shucks, we in here. All right, I like this. I'll definitely be tapping into this from time to time. Because more than likely I might flip this. Go ahead.
Oh, go. Finish.
Oh, because I have a physical planner, and so this is something that I can actually take this and transfer it to my physical planner, and actually say, like, what are my 10 things I plan to do this week? Like, what are my goals this week? And I can make this, and this will turn into more of a checkbox. And then I can come back to here on the digital side and actually say, like, yeah, I hit this one. Or even if I skip a couple days on the digital side, but at least I got my planner to hit up everything like that.
Right.
Yeah.
And like I said, normally I would print this out before putting any of the colors in.
Mm-hmm.
And for each month, like how you did the budget for each tab of each month,
Mm-hmm.
I would copy that or duplicate this and do that for each month, and then just put it in like one of those clear poly sheets.
Gotcha.
And and just highlight it. Like if you have the dry erase marker,
Mm-hmm.
and you'll see all the colors together for the month. Oh my God, it looks amazing.
Wow.
Like you could really see, or at least for me anyway, as a visual person, it gives you a sense of either pride, like, hey, like, yo, I did that, or a sense of like, oh man, I ain't do half of what I wanted to do this month. Like, and then not just to give you a sense of shame, but a sense of reflection to ask yourself, like, how was I feeling on this day? What was happening in my life this day? And why? And then you can compare that to the sheet that you did with the budgeting. Right?
Okay,
and then,
yep.
Yeah.
I see you're making that connection.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. It's about the alignment. Yes.
Yo, we work.
Which is a part of this
work.
Dead Threads Academy. This is a little segue. This is a part of it. So,
all right, I like it. I like it. We own something here. We gonna
go. Habit partner, like, oh my God. That's why when I saw you when you did the plan, I was like, oh my gosh, it's got to be a part of the Dead Threads Academy. Like, what? Yeah.
All right, yeah, we gotta cook something up. Because I'm actually in the process of writing a book on a collab with somebody else, and then because I at least need to write a chapter by the end of this week. I got like 5 chapters I gotta complete for the book because it's with somebody else, and then I gotta write a book for myself. Lots of work.
What?
Yeah. So yeah,
See, but
busy, busy.
that's your part of your daily thing. If you break it down,
Hmm.
micro, you know,
Yeah. So at least write a
micro goals.
paragraph. Yeah. So that'd probably be a thing. I need at least need to write a paragraph a day. Write down a thought, even if it's
Mhm.
not too much, because even a paragraph, it might just be like, I need to sit down and take like a half hour to just write, and then whatever
Mhm.
comes out, and then let it roll. Because I was talking to
Right, right, right.
Jasmine, like Paul. That's what she calls it. I'm not sure what her name is at.
Okay. Yeah,
Um,
yeah, yeah. I know who that is.
yeah, because she was telling me it's like pretty much do the same thing, like break it down and so forth, and so that'll be really
Yeah.
helpful going through. And because now that I was following her, she's an author, so she's actually part of this author community. So I'm starting to listen into them to now figure out, okay,
Mhm.
how do they get started? And then it was like, oh, well, this person actually have a full course on beginner authors. So I'm gonna probably tap into that. I'm not sure if I'm gonna go through a full course, like pay for it, because gotta stay in my budget. Um, but I'm okay taking action. And so I wouldn't mind listening to like other YouTubers and stuff like that. If you guys are out there as if you're an author, go ahead on and just let me know. Just hit me up at info@aboutthatwild.com or Anthony@aboutthatwild.com. I like to hear get some starter pointers to get my stuff going. Cool. All right, Ruthie. That's
Yeah,
yeah.
I was about to say,
Yeah, it's
I
about
definitely need to stop fasting. I think it's about that time. I got
yeah.
to get back to work.
Okay.
But this is great.
Yes. Awesome. All right.
Cannot wait to. And yeah, and again, I love the fact that you have this call-in feature. I'm gonna need some tips on how you did this because this is great. People like to call me all the time. I just don't like to answer the phone. But if it's on a live stream,
Right,
then it
right.
makes sense because you know
Great.
that just that more productive, multi-purpose. So, but yes, pleasure being on. Thank you for having me for so long. My goodness, and I will talk to you later.
All righty. And thank you again for calling in. I actually put across the thing that say like, on the phone it's you. So make sure y'all guys go ahead on and follow her so that, give her all the praise. And actually if you have a dad, if you are a dad, um, and that they need some guidance or whatever, you have a teen that just kind of needs somebody to listen to, definitely tune into Ruthie's podcast where she actually provides all that fun information. Again, Ruthie, can you just tell them where they can find you at?
Absolutely. So the easiest place to find every single link that has to do with me is on my website at www.ruthie, the I-E, the truth, THEE, truth.com. So that's www.ruthiethetruth.com. And yep, you can find all my social media buttons on there. Thanks to Anthony, aka About That Wallet, that showed me how to get my links back up there properly. And also on the column, you can just tap on podcast, just tap on blog like this. All of the links are available in the descriptions of my booking services as well as my main menu. So
Awesome.
I look forward to connecting with you all sooner than later because, we're all about taking action. And I love the alignment of this About That Wallet segment where that's what T, truth, stands for T. First T is take immediate action, and R, responsibility for your financial decisions. U, understanding that hard work and prerequisites are what I forgot what I said before. The understanding that it takes hard work and dedication in order to achieve your goals. And the second T stands for trusting the process because Rome was not built in a day. And H, have honest conversation and dialogue about overcoming any financial traumas you may be going through. So
Awesome.
yeah, I know that was a mouthful, but you'll see it on my website when you go on there. It'll all make sense.
Yep. All right. Thank you so much, Ruthie, for calling in. Again, you have a good one. All right, everybody, for those of you who are listening, if you got any value out of the 3 hours that we've been live, go ahead on and give that thumbs up. All right. Y'all have a good one. I'm out. Peace. If I can find my outro, as always.